Got my shut to left, Brendan B. I get a wall. To my right, and this is Sports Goombahs. Welcome to the show. We are live from the 515 studios here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Give us a call, 215. That's not wrong. That's not the right number. B, you gotta correct me when that happens. 267 563 2893 is the Sports Goombahs hotline. A little late.
It's only been 6 years, people.
Oh, man. I'll get that number eventually. We're just saying, how can I screw up the tech in the home opener? Play the music a couple more times. That's what we need to do. Sports Goombahs is brought to you by Castle Public Adjusters. 215-752-1234. They are Delaware Valley's #1 public adjuster. You have damage to your home, fire, water, wind, storm, lightning, give them a call. 215-752-1237. Well, guys, this is the heart of the summer to where sports gets, to be, I don't know, null and void, 4 point. You have stuff like the All-Star game now.
One of 2 days all year without a single sporting event going on.
Well, you got the home run derby.
That's not a game.
Yeah, minus the upsetting voice of Boomer, Chris Berman. We'd have to hear him. No more that used to what do you call it? The back and all the names and
the Cadbury Bunny.
They finally got rid of him. I mean, his time has come. It should have been 10 years ago.
He's there.
Oh, he's there, but he's not. He's not allowed to bloviate. And
Not really sure. I mean, I wasn't listening. Was he?
I didn't hear one thing. The first couple. I was before the show when I was watching a little bit just to
what
see.
I mean, he's obviously there, mic'd up. Is he? Is that a set? Is he just like pregame or something?
Yeah, he might be just doing a little analysis, and he's not allowed to do his screaming and ranting on there. Well, last year was terrible. Last year was the worst of the worst. Last year he lost control of himself. Even balls that weren't even out of the park, he was screaming, on the click. So
every time the bat hit the ball, he was overdoing it more than Doc Emmerich does on a hockey game, and that's hard.
Yeah, I think he became full of himself the past I guess 5 to 10 years to a point to where at first he was an innovator in that kind of stuff, with the nicknames and all, but then he got out of hand. He had a couple of his nicknames, a guy, especially in the NFL, who was big on that, and he took it to a new level of annoyance. To the point to where you just don't want to hear every name have some sort of nickname.
Not everybody. Right. Here's the thing: you growing up, the one guy in your neighborhood that had a nickname. Not everybody deserves to have a nickname.
That's right.
And it's usually the guys, the best of the best, that did anyway.
I was a nickname giver. I give names to people that stick forever.
I was too, unfortunately.
Some people are still asking me, what did you mean by that back then? I don't even remember.
You just don't want to know.
Nickname. Yeah, there's people out there listening right now saying, yeah, I know. He does.
What's the worst one you gave out?
I don't give a worse one out.
I mean, one that you sit there, if you just heard somebody's nickname out of context, you'd be like, what the hell was that about?
I don't know. I can't think of a bad one.
No kind of nicknames I don't respect at all. And I'll never refer to a man. If your nickname is Spanky, I won't call you that. If I used to work at a pizza place and this guy would call in, it's Big Al. I'm like, I'm not calling you Big Al. Your name's Al. You're an adult, and I'm an adult. And so anything like that. There's certain nicknames where I'm not going to call you that.
Do you call anybody by their nickname?
Yeah, if you have a worthy nickname or like a
innovative,
like a good name, good name. Like I listen to the radio and people calling, this is Spanky from Ben Sell. I'm like, I would be like, no, give me a real name. I'm not going to refer to you as that. You're an adult. Spanky.
It's a tough crowd that might
get along. Out on the street.
Cash. That's a good nickname.
I gave that to myself. Not really. It was
different. They wouldn't brag about that.
Not that I gave it to myself. It wasn't I gave it to myself. It was the way it came to me was like someone was talking about that.
It was a quote that you said.
Quote. Yeah, it was a quote that became, exactly right. It's a quote I used to use in the old days.
Hey, for a T-shirt, call that 215 number. You got me doing it now. If anybody can remember how you got that name. You gave it away on the air before. Dude, how you got your name, remember?
Do you remember? Anybody out there? If anybody out there remembers, actually we did it back on the radio. Yeah. If anybody remembers or knows how I got the name Cashy, give us a call in. We'll give you a Sports Goombahs T-shirt.
Yep.
Good one, too. A nice one. Authentic.
The worst one I think I ever gave somebody was his nickname was Fish.
That's awful.
It is. I
got a couple fishes.
It was his
Unless your name's Fisher.
No.
There's no excuse for name's Fish.
That's the guy. The guy I call Fish.
There you go.
It was at I was young. We were working at a restaurant, and it was another guy named Brendan. I had never been anybody else named Brendan.
But his specialty was fish, wasn't it?
No, because his middle name was Francis, and when we were right BF, it meant broiled flounder, and the code name for that was fish. So that's how he got his nickname.
All right.
That's interesting. Yeah. So Chris Berman, he gets axed a little bit, as far as I'm concerned with this. This is the end of him. If he ain't doing it this year, they just got to get him off that NFL pregame show, and that'll be done him. End of story.
He still has a pregame.
He does it.
I know there's NFL with the athlete with him and Jackson.
We really don't know yet because when football comes, then we'll find out if he has that.
If he still does it,
yeah. Well,
he might just get the ambassador title now at ESPN. Like, yeah, we're not gonna put in any shows, but we'll still send you a paycheck every 2 weeks.
Yeah, they got competition now. There's a lot more sports on TV to watch.
That's one guy you don't want to see in HD.
No.
Chris Berman. He looks like hell.
Yeah, he got this long haircut now where
he's got a nice little
comb over,
little mullet going on.
A mullet going.
Mullet?
It's like a
I haven't seen
a strawberry blonde mullet.
Stop.
It's the anti Trump cut.
It's a reverse Trump. It's a reverse Trump. It's flopped back the other way.
Yeah, right. That's what it looks like.
Oh God.
Yeah. That's it. It's reverse Trump. Yeah, that's it. At least he's not running for president. You do about that. So yeah.
But flashback to when I can't remember. I remember reading about the old home run derbies. And was it Mickey Mantle, the one that started it?
I didn't know went back that far.
I think
neither did I.
I think it did, but I think it was more of a contest of. Didn't it start off? I could be wrong. Maybe somebody can correct it. Calling it, what was it? Something of AL home run champion versus
truthfully, B. I think it started in the '80s, the early '80s.
I could have sworn.
I remember it being I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Well, you know what it is. It could have been, but it wasn't on TV, and it wasn't that type of thing.
But I always thought I remember. For some odd reason, I remember a story of Mickey Mantle starting it or something like that, or being involved somehow. And my father-in-law talking about it or something when he
it doesn't really start until Berman's covering it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the truth. It's the truth. He made that's what you're gonna get at. That's all we got tonight. Is the what is some soccer, right?
There's some soccer on. Yeah, U.S. looking for the clean sweep in the Gold Cup.
I've been taking a beating over to soccer for the past week. After last week's show.
You got to get on it, man.
Oh yeah, I'm getting the sports and stuff like that. I don't think it's a sport or whatever. And the girls are parading all over the country now on every show and.
They're on stage with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, about that. The whole crew in there. Yep. Yeah. When you win in this country, you win. Maybe the men's got. They I don't think they don't have a team to win it, do they? Are they even up there?
Not the World Cup.
Not the World Cup. No.
Unless they use other people in the world on their cup teams.
Well, it's the thing. Like honestly, the women's soccer is probably in the United States. They're the best athletes in the world.
They won like 10, 15 years ago, didn't they?
They won several
women
times.
Won 99.
99.
Yeah, several times. A lot of international victories, not necessarily all World Cup, but the men, we just don't. I don't know what it is. I mean, we just can't seem to. I can't even remember. I remember them being a lot in it. It was the thing to do to watch them in the 90s. Remember?
Unless you're bringing the men are foreigners coming here to live and become part of our soccer team,
we're not going to win.
We've got to feel like that.
Yeah, they all got to be like that.
He's saying they all got to be like that for us to win.
No, I mean, we're never going to be at least not in your lifetime. We're not going to be up 1-2 in the country.
Don't say it.
I don't understand. I mean, and this is specifically for the people who actually follow soccer. Where they have the FIFA World Rankings, we were ranked like 27th, and we dropped to 34th. U.S. Now, keep in mind, our last 6 games, we won every one of them, including beating the champions Germany, beating the Netherlands, and beating Mexico. Yeah, we dropped. So, I mean, that's just the definition of FIFA does hate America.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had the most corrupt. I mean, our guys just made a mockery of their entire organization not a month or 2 ago. And, yeah, I mean, we dropped. We dropped the rankings. And even though we win, we go undefeated and win.
Well, we pulled the plug on
You know who we're ranked behind? Tunisia and Iceland. We're ranked behind them. They're apparently they're better than us.
We got knocked off by
dead serious. Tunisia.
Is it like half our states bigger than Iceland?
I couldn't find Tunisia on a map.
It's in Northern Africa. It's where how I know this? They filmed Star Wars there. That's why.
God. But yeah, they're better than us apparently.
Yeah. Well, he's down to soccer talk. Soccer talk in the first 5 minutes of the show. I'm not gonna have it. Can't be done. Go back to the home run derby. I'm talking soccer. What? B's not wearing a Goombah shirt?
Nope.
What are you wearing?
I've noticed that.
Let's go, yeah.
I always wear the Goombah shirt, except for this is the my post
Gotta see-
Comic Con.
Oh, that's
My
right.
post Comic Con was
no.
over the weekend. You laugh, but Comic Con was
I'm not laughing. I know exactly what it is.
voted by this. And I posted it earlier. I tweeted it. More financially important than the San Diego Chargers, and it only happens once a year by the people of San Diego. It's awesome.
It is.
Yeah, well,
It's the biggest event out.
It's the
It's
biggest.
not because it used to just be for the nerds and the comic books, but now it's obviously not. You know, there's WWE is a presence there, and The Walking Dead, and all these shows. Anything that's remotely, you know, I mean, I know Walking Dead was a comic, but still, who read the comics?
You a comic guy?
It was
I
actually
never.
comic.
I've never even opened a comic book in my entire life.
At one point, I had close to 20,000 of them.
To me, I was a Mad Magazine guy.
You
I
look like a Mad Magazine guy.
You look at the guy on the Mad magazine.
Alfred E. Newman.
Alfred E. Newman. Yeah, I was in the Mad. It was 2 magazines back when I was a kid. Mad and Crack.
Crack. Crack was the cheap knockoff.
Yeah, right.
It was like
cheap knockoff.
if you were gonna go smoke crack, you gotta get crack.
Didn't have no Spy versus Spy on that one.
Nah.
Yeah, Crack magazine. I remember I caught in school once. I think it was I don't know 4th grade. I had a Mad magazine inside my social studies book. Reading it. I don't think that's funny.
No, it's not funny to me.
He's not a Mad Magazine guy. He doesn't remember it.
I'm not a magazine guy. I'm not a
Mad magazine is still around. Or
comic
something.
guy.
Yeah, I think it's still on there. I mean, what magazines are
I
left?
still- I
Who
still-
reads magazines?
I still have 2 sleeves left. I kept
Bet you
some
it's
of them.
online somewhere.
Kept it for maybe my grandkids to put them through college someday. maybe it'll be worth something. I have the first printings of the Dark Knights, so that's something.
Yeah,
I guess.
Money wise, it's something.
I can't. I don't think
Go
it was,
Ben Affleck. Want him to get that money
Try to think
value
it's
up.
either a cartoon, even like a superhero cartoon on TV. I even nice.
Yeah, your superhero is Ray Donovan. That's your superhero.
Yeah.
That started up, didn't
Oh
it?
man, all the shows are started up. I got Ray Donovan. I got the 2 detectives. Great. That's great. I mean,
I'm gonna
that's
get
some
on
good
board with that
stuff, man.
soon, but everybody keeps bothering me about
Yeah.
it. Have you watched yet, B? Have you watched yet?
Who's that actress? Rachel McDaniels or
Rachel McAdams.
Oh man, she's great in that. She's like, she's good in her movies. She's a tough cop on this one. She's a great role she plays on it.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah, that's when you got to get into. I missed the first 2. I backed it up the other day, and then I watched it last night. That's my show. Ray Donovan started up. Watched that a couple weeks on the internet before it even came up. But that's got to get the speed. That's the kind of Ray Donovan, you got to get into it a couple weeks before it even comes anything. Just start.
So apparently, you got to watch a couple episodes, and once you are into it, it takes a couple more weeks. Than it. When does the show ever pick up?
What show's that?
Ray Donovan. When does the show ever pick up? You told me before. I told you I watched the first 6 episodes. You go, you got to watch more than that.
There's
Now,
only 9 in a season.
You, who are actually a fan of the show, goes, well, I watched the first couple episodes. It's still got to pick up a little bit. When does it eventually pick up?
This second show, it forms itself. You got to give stuff time. You don't give anything time. You got listen.
It's a season and a half into it. When does it pick up?
It's going to be a 4 or 5 season show. So you got to watch it again.
So by season 4 or 5, they're really going to pick up steam.
You got to get 30 episodes into it before you really like it. That's not the moniker of a good show.
No,
especially a show that only has 9 to 10 episodes.
But the people
a
that
season.
watch it swear by it.
Did you watch it?
No, I told you I tried.
What do you call trying?
Meaning by watching 6 straight episodes of it.
6 straight episodes.
Yes.
And what season? 1?
1, of course.
And you didn't like it?
No, I thought it was boring. Nothing ever happened. It started getting weird with gay boxers, and I don't even know what was going on with the daughter. I hated her.
I got no problem with gay boxers. Listen, what do you mean gay boxers? What part of that show showed you gay boxers?
I don't know. Wasn't the brother gay? But there was boxing
No, he was
involved.
molested.
Oh, what same thing?
No, it's not the same thing.
Then the dad was creepy,
whole family.
and
What?
the
Mickey?
daughter was like a whore. I don't know. No part of that really appealed to me.
Wait a minute. What's this? You said dad's creepy, daughter's horror. You talking about Shameless now?
No,
All right. Okay. I thought we switched Showtime movies.
You like Shameless, though, right?
I do like Shameless. I don't watch
And
it.
that's got nothing to do with horrors
I don't
and
watch
gay,
it
nothing like
anymore,
that,
but-
right?
That show jumped the shark for me. I stopped watching.
It got out of hand.
Yeah.
I'll agree with it. I still watch a little bit because there's characters and I like watching who's the father? What's his name?
In real life, William H. Macy.
actor?
William Macy. He's great. He's like, and that's why I watched it.
He's the best dirtball you could ever ask for.
Yeah,
Just such a hateable person.
And that's what I like about Mickey Donovan and Ray Donovan. Mickey's like, John Voight's got the character. It's like, so, it's so believable that that's him. You know what I mean? Even when I see him outside the show, I think of Mickey Donovan when I see him. Same thing with William Macy.
I'm sure he's so proud of that. Of all his roles his entire life, you think of him as his Ray Donovan character.
Well, yeah, it's a good role. It's a good acting role. To pull it off like he's doing, it's a good one.
It's what for you. That's what he's stereotyped as. He's stereotype, cast type, or whatever. However he says typecast. Thank you.
He's done stuff. He's done. He's comedy
for him anyway.
Everything. Yeah.
For him, I don't think of that. But
like, oh man, when I think of Keanu Reeves, I think of The Replacements. What a great role. That's as asinine as what you just said.
What?
See, I don't think of Replacements. I think of excellent. I think of Bill and Ted.
Yeah, that's what I go.
Yeah.
I go to him. He's that guy. What's the surfer one? What's the surfer movie he was in? Where he was
Point Break.
Yeah, Point Break. Yeah.
Oh God,
I'm just saying you don't have that many movies you can really pick out. Speed.
The Matrix.
Well,
yeah, okay.
I'm not into that Matrix crap. So I wouldn't watch a movie like that.
I'm not really into it either, but
right, I wouldn't watch that movie.
But he knew it. It's once you get for Keanu Reeves though. I mean, all by all accounts and all the stories you heard, he gives a lot of his money away. Great guy, but once you get past Bill and Ted, it's really the same character. He plays the same character in all of his movies.
He does.
Once you get that, the Matrix guy is just as good as the quarterback in The Replacements. That's what it is.
I don't think I ever watched The Replacements fully through.
And you call yourself a sports fan?
Was that a good? Is that a good movie?
No, I was just kidding.
No, it's horrible.
We know what girl was in that movie, don't we?
We do.
Yeah, the wife's friend.
Oh,
Haley was in
oh,
it.
yeah,
Haley, right? Yeah,
Haley.
she was one of the cheerleaders in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know somebody in that flick.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And you're talking about how you haven't watched a movie.
I worked with the girl. That's how I knew she was in it. Replacements. You were comparing that to what? Ray Donovan?
No, I was
comparing your remark to Replacements.
I was making fun of you, actually.
Yeah, that's what you do. It seems to be a new role now. What to do that? What to pick the camera and the mic away from him a little bit. Just put him to the wall report, and that's it. You know.
I'll sit dead silence and let you guys bore everyone with hockey. I'll just sit here until the wall report.
Come on, we're not going to talk about hockey, are we?
267-563-2893 Sports Goombahs hotline. We're at www.sgshow.net. We're live on Twitter.
You can follow us at Sports Goombahs.
That's right. Facebook. Just go to Facebook, type in Sports Goombahs, and start typing away.
Just posted a lovely picture of Chris Berman, who just looks tremendous tonight. He's up on our Twitter page. You can see how lovely Chris looks.
You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to start a style with that look. You know, with the it's not even a mullet, man. It looks like it spreads out in the back.
Yeah, you can check that out.
It's a reverse Donald.
Hey, B, check that out. You go.
I think there's a little food coloring on there too. If you ask me.
Yeah, that's a picture I want to look at all night.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Only he can make John Kruk look photogenic.
Yeah, and Kruk looks like he's disturbed about it too. Now look at the face he's making.
It's like I don't want to look at that hair.
You know, Berman, you can't get that color. You got to be dyeing it. There's no way.
That's not a natural color.
No way. You know, and that's HD picture too. No
so you went and check that picture out. Check us out.
Speaking of
Twitter.
disturbing pictures, did anybody see the picture of JPP's hands?
No, I haven't. I don't want to.
Oh my gosh!
Now, if you have a picture of it, please don't send it my way.
Oh yeah, I have it. I pulled it up.
Oh no!
Are you kidding? I'm looking at it right. That's real.
That's supposedly.
I'm
real,
trying my
yes.
best. I'm trying my best to not see it. Yeah, there's like a lot of.
Somebody put it on my. I was like, oh.
Yeah, there's a couple sports injuries in the world. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try my best not to see. That
doesn't look real.
I know it doesn't look real.
Is it like kind of this type thing?
Yeah, it's what's that? A
or is
crawl?
it like this?
It's a crawl.
Oh, it's like melted.
It's a crawl. Yeah, it's. I don't know how. And you know, I made a joke of what a smack dance he was before I even knew. I
can't stop looking at it because I don't believe that's it.
I know it's hard to believe, but apparently it got pulled off of a lot of stuff. I don't know how it's still on.
Well, they got the blood triple. They got a picture with the blood. No,
there's blood on it too.
That's not real.
That can't be real.
No,
it's on the ER. It's on a table on like dentist tray.
I don't believe that.
That's gotta be painful, man. That's
Obviously.
painful, dude.
But that's the one finger there is the one they cut off. The one that's on.
No, he's done.
Yeah. He's trying to get he said he would say guaranteed money he would sign again. Like, but for what? You wouldn't let the Giants visit him? So you knew it was going to be crazy and all that.
Yeah, because I was always wondering with all the whole story coming out, all these stories, with Schefter tweeting this and that, and people were like, but he never. There's no word from him. No word from the team. Like
nothing. Yeah,
nothing. I was like, well, everyone else is talking about it except for the people involved in it.
The first thing that came out, and I think it happened after last week's show. We were making jokes about it, and like, oh, he's an idiot, and we all thought he just like maybe messed up his hand a little bit with a.
No, I know it's pretty serious. They said it was a serious injury.
They said, well, he should be fine. He shouldn't lose any of his fingers or anything. That's what was being said when he first happened. And then the guy that shared his room with him tweeted the picture of his chart. And that's what started the HIPAA shit is because he tweeted, said scheduled for, there was a picture of him amputating index finger. And then all this, and it probably, from what it looks like, it's not going to just be one.
He amputated his whole hand.
It's got to come off.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
It should be these three.
I don't do well with injuries.
You remember Terminator? Well, not Terminator. Predator 2.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's awful. That's the worst I've seen.
Let's just put it this way: that hand looks like Walking Dead status right there. And the only reason you can watch The Walking Dead is because you know it's fake.
It's not real.
It's not real.
I'll watch someone stabbed in the head all day. That's fine.
That's fine.
This is worse than that guy, that college ball player last year who popped his knee out.
No, that was his ankle.
And ankle.
Louisville?
No, it's
Kevin
femur.
Ware?
Yeah, his femur came out, popped out.
Yeah, Kevin Ware.
Yeah, this is worse.
2 years ago. Yeah.
This is way worse.
I've never seen that video, and I never will.
Yeah, this was way worse than that. I can't stop looking at it.
I know it's hypnoptizing, isn't it?
Paul George on the.
Let's just put it this way: it looks like the skin popped completely off one.
Come on,
and
it's like that.
You got to slip it back in.
You know
like a sock.
In Terminator 2, when Schwarzenegger pulls his hand out over and all it comes. That's exactly.
And
what
it's just like metal.
Yeah, that's exactly what that looks like right there, except bloody and bony looking.
I'm not okay with it.
I'm not okay with any of this talk.
Well, it's not boring hockey. That's for damn sure.
No, it's not boring hockey.
Pierre Paul poop.
I'll get rid of that.
See you later, buddy.
I'll get rid of that. I don't want to upset you.
Somebody else blew their hand away, dude. Isn't there another athlete out there or someone?
That'd be C.J. Wilson, cornerback for the Buccaneers.
How's his fingers doing?
Cross that off the wall report.
Cross that out of the
Home run derby tonight, though. Anyway, on a back to actual sports, that's what we're here for. Pujols versus Frazier versus Donaldson versus Peterson, Machado, Rizzo, Fielder, Bryant.
Now, I like the bracket. I like the brackets they're doing. Everybody's banging it out, and they change it around a little bit, make it more. It's less boring. Now you got guys going at each other.
Head to head, right?
I like the time clock. Love the time clock.
Yeah.
Because as opposed to just, it was getting to the point in the year. I think we mentioned this last week where this thing started at 8 or so. It was going to like midnight. It was getting brutal by the end of it. Like you didn't care who won. You wanted it over.
Let me just go off.
I like the 4-minute clock.
Let me go off the subject of time clock off real fast. This weekend I hung in. I watched a lot of baseball, as much as I could actually, local and national. And what happened to the speed of the game they were supposed to take care of in the beginning of the season with this?
I'm not fun whatsoever.
What I'm saying is I'm watching the games are long, they're boring, they're drawn out. Pitchers are standing out. Nothing's changed in the speed of the game at all. Quite frankly, I'm looking at this. I'm watching like in baseball, the first pitch, you get up, you go somebody, come back to your chair. You're all over the place. You can't. There's no sitting and watching this game. When baseball, it's so much better to watch the game there than it is on TV. I think. I'd much rather sit in the stadium and watch a game than have to watch a televised baseball game.
Yes, it is the best sport to watch live.
It is. It has to be. And I realized that last night. And I knew. I did. But as I'm watching this weekend, I can't watch baseball on TV anymore. First of all, they're going to so many different things besides the game. Between the people eating and what's going on in the stadium and everything around it, and there's so much going on with the cameras everywhere that the game itself is secondary.
Because they are so afraid that they're going to lose your attention that you're going to flip that channel.
Yeah, and I did. And they lost my attention because I left the room and came back.
Well, the problem is if you focus, I don't know, there's like too many extracurricular stuff going on that you can't focus on a game. And they're part of the problem because they're taking you to like the idiot running around in the stands or dancing like a fool or whatever. And they're like distracting you from because they think, oh, that's different. It's not different anymore. Maybe 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, it might have been different to see big fat guy with his shirt off dance around. Nobody wants to see that. And now it's just like the shock value. They just want to keep your attention and so you don't flip the channel.
Right.
I don't agree with any of that, to be honest.
Okay, that's
You know?
okay.
I think baseball's just as enjoyable now as it ever has been. It's for me personally. So, I mean, if I can sit there and watch a game, no problem.
Oh, I can still watch a game. I can understand his point of view, though.
What are you 52, man? It gets a little harder.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, like, when it comes to watching a game, I don't really care what's going on camera wise. And I know you hate cameras in every sport.
No.
I don't care what they do. I don't care if they're just focusing on left field bleachers for 9 innings.
I'm watching the game. I don't need to watch everything else going on. I want to watch the game. You know, that's what I tuned in for. The rest of the stuff that goes around it, I know that it's part of commercializing the whole sport as is. They got to do everything they need to do. They got to go to the center field reporter to ask him what's going on in the rest of the league, and he's got to flash up the stats on. And meanwhile, they were supposed to have that. Batter was supposed to be swinging away there, staying in the box. The batters are out of the boxes. The umpires aren't giving a shit right now. They don't care. You know, whatever. The
only thing I know they do have, because I've seen it live at the stadiums, they do have the clock between innings.
Yeah,
they do have that. But I mean, he said, you can't make a guy stay in a batter's box. You can't.
Yeah, it's.
You've been playing a sport for 30 years.
How do you penalize them? They want to be able to say, "Oh, okay, that's a strike. You didn't get back in the box." They're not going to do that. They're just not going to do that.
They're not going to fine them for that. Like, I mean, that was supposed to be the thing. You get a warning and this and that. And a fine. Like, they said, after a pitch, I always made fun of the kids who stood in the batter's box after a pitch because it's weird. Get out, move, swing a little bit. Like,
well, what I think they should do is look, stop going to all the commercials. Stop going around the stadium.
Well, they're only going to commercials at proper time. It's not like they're cutting in the middle of an action.
I'm not too sure that they don't slow stuff up like that sometimes. You know, you got the umpire. Everybody's in control. Just like hockey. When they see that red light go on, the refs say timeout. You know, it's a commercial timeout. We're going to, all of a sudden they stop. It's about the money.
But baseball's a whole different game. There are natural stoppages in baseball. You know, at the end of every inning, to go in a commercial. Pitching
natural
change.
Break. That's why
pitching change is going to be a break.
Yeah,
it's not they're cutting out with 2 outs and 2 on. Cut into a commercial real quick.
That's why these sports make the money they make, because there are natural breaks in the action, like 4th and 1. You know, like you go to a huddle.
But in baseball, not so much really in football. You say with 4th and 1, you're not going to.
I mean, like for timeouts, they got timeout. You got timeouts. You got change of possession. You got. Everybody knows when a commercial's coming.
Yeah.
Soccer, you don't, and that's why soccer. In my opinion,
soccer it's 45 minutes straight of action,
and that's why you never.
The only commercials
are hard to break through.
The only commercials you get are the halftime, and that's it.
Well, they make sure I remember in the World Cup, or was it the Olympics?
Somebody take at the bottom.
Yeah, somebody plastered themselves on the boards there, all the way, the same company all the way across.
Oh yeah, that's just like hockey. You're gonna do advertisement.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they separate. This company bought the whole. Make sure that they got their.
And that's another sport. A lot of people say they can't watch. Oh, I could love to sit there and watch. 90
I can watch
soccer.
As long as it's
90 minutes of soccer.
As long as it's like.
And golf's the same thing too. Again, another sport most people can find boring, but
the elite leagues I can watch. I don't want to sit there. I don't know. It would probably be boring to sit there and watch a Union game. I don't know. I haven't.
Granted,
but the better teams that actually score, like when you get to the tournaments, you get to the semifinals, you're going to see some
when
scoring.
It comes to the MLS, I won't sit there and watch, the Houston Dynamo against the Colorado Rapids. No, I won't. I'll watch the Union because it's Philadelphia. I something with it, but international or
Barclay League,
Premier League, I could watch that easily. With a smile on my face.
Because they're
I'll watch that
it's
over.
Not boring.
I'll watch that over any sport, probably football.
I'm trying to go to sleep. I can't do it. Baseball's a good sleeping pill, too, if you think about it. You kick back on this couch and you just watch. You just doze off. Especially you have 4 or 5 straight innings of nothing going on but swings and misses, a couple pop-ups. You're out. You don't get the announcer even getting excited. They wake you up a little bit.
See, I think it's one of the few sports when nothing's going on is just as excited when something's going on. Baseball, because if nothing's going on, then it's a possible perfect game or whatever, and you can get into that.
Well, that's not true. Possible. Wait a minute.
If nothing's going on, if that means nobody's getting hit or whatever, you sit there, you get on the edge of your seat. You're like, because, and half the time when you sit there watching a perfect game happen.
How often do you watch a perfect game happen?
Exactly.
Never happens.
Exactly. But when you're getting to that point, you feel like, come on. Like, I don't know. I always got caught up in them, even if it wasn't my team. I feel like I have a vested interest.
Yeah, but how often is that? That's like one out of what every 100
no
games?
hitter or something, anything.
More than 100 games.
Yeah, I mean, really, that can't even be a criteria for not watching. I mean, if nothing's going on in the game, it's because you're watching the Phillies versus somebody, or
Well, that's
the bottom
stupid.
line.
You watch it to see that, though, is what I'm pointing. You tune in to see that, and if it happens to happen, it's just as exciting.
I think what he's trying to get at is nobody doing anything, aka let's say perfect. We'll say no hitter, a no hitter, or a shut, a pitcher going shut out. 12 Ks are just. I'm saying you'll root for that, where you're not going to sit here and go, "Oh man, I really hope this football game's 0-0 today."
Yeah,
wow,
exactly.
I can't wait for that 3-0 NFL game.
The only way I want to see a nothing baseball game, if there is a no hitter being tossed, or the
No,
two pitchers are going at it with each other.
But that's what I mean.
But that doesn't happen that often in baseball. You really don't get that. That can't even be criteria, because if you go by that, you're talking, what did you say, 1 out of 100 games, 200 games?
No hitters happen like 5 a year.
Yeah, 5 a year compared to how many games?
Yeah, how many close? How many? This year alone, we've had like 12, 9 no hitters going to the 8th inning.
Yeah.
So just the anticipation.
And that margin right there is even close. That's not what I'm talking about. Is the game itself. It can put you to sleep, but when you're at the ball game, it doesn't do it.
Well,
listen, I've been to hockey games that put me to sleep. Believe me.
That's the same. That's the same for anything. You go to any. If you fall asleep at a live sport, you're either old or you have an issue. You have a medical issue. Nobody falls asleep at a live sporting event.
Look at you're talking to the guy that got 4 freaking beds. Okay, I think he's got an issue.
I passed 4. I know
of them before he get in the studio. They're lined up. I'm wondering where the bodies are. That's the worst part. You sit there and you start to wonder.
What's that nursery rhyme where the thing where the lady felt the pee under like 18 mattresses or whatever it is?
He's got bed bugs. I think he's got bed bugs.
Listen, I'll get it right. Don't worry. I got a sleep disorder.
The mattress had to make an appearance sometime in this show. Might as well get it out of the way early.
Hey, you want to buy that mattress?
No, absolutely not.
Not with pee and bed bugs on it.
I don't know, pee and bed bugs. Not even used.
Not pee is in urine. I mean, pee is in the vegetable. The princess and the pea. If you haven't heard the princess and the pea, you're an absolute moron.
You got to be more specific when you're talking about beds and peas.
Princess and the Pea? I never heard of that one.
Because you probably hated the camera angle during the flick. You were probably too. Oh, they showed the 4th mattress way too much. I want to see it this way.
Princess and the Pea. That's what we come down to.
No, that's you and your 18 matches lined up outside.
Listen, it's only 4, and they're not lined up. They're specifically destroyed for a reason. Oh man, Shevitz. 267-563-2893. Need a call, Bailey. Shift is in the gear. And Cashier King. I got my chef to left, Brendan B. Give us a buzz. We're ranting and beefing sports for the next hour and a half. Maybe more, maybe less. Who knows? You never can tell.
Probably won't be more.
Yeah, what we're going to do. So anyway, that's our baseball talk for today. Because, other than the other thing I was going to talk about, tomorrow night, Pete Rose is going to make an appearance. And after last week's, I guess it was last week when they found out some more stuff.
A couple weeks back.
Conveniently found out more stuff and put it out there just before something like this was going to happen. At this point, with all that going down, I don't think he gets, he ain't talked about the Hall of Fame for, you put that on the shelf for another couple of years at the most.
Well, if it's any consolation, I do believe he has Snoop Dogg on his side.
Who?
Snoop Dogg.
That matters.
Okay, there we go, man.
Snoop Dogg thinks he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Well, who the hell cares what Snoop Dogg thinks?
I'm just telling you.
That's not even relevant, man. Or is it?
No, it's not. I'm going to answer that question. No.
Yeah. So
that's coming from the youth of the panel over here, saying no. Anything Snoop Dogg says really doesn't matter.
No, I can't imagine.
It does matter. Well, it's any other consolation to the old timers. Goose Gossage and Tom Lasorda say, "Keep this son of a bitch."
I can see Lasorda saying that, though. Being all nasty and shit. Now, well, it's what it is. I mean, what's he going to do tomorrow? Throw out the first ball? He's got something.
I've heard nothing of him.
Yeah, they're doing something for him tomorrow. Supposedly.
Look, we say it so many times whenever this comes up. There's a difference between the Hall of Fame and letting them back in baseball.
Yeah. Well,
huge difference.
That's all past
Hall
now.
Hall of Fame is for stats and accomplishments.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, well,
that's it. Nothing more than nothing less.
Well, the old guard doesn't think so. and that's
eventually the old guard will die off, and
yeah. And so will Pete.
and they'll let him in.
So will Pete. Yeah. As soon as he dies, the next day he's eligible, he's going to go.
Oh, that's what happens. Anytime you have the worst human being, Bin Laden can die, and the next day, like, wow, man, he did have some great ideas, though. It's like once somebody dies, it's all when Michael Jackson died, he was the king of pop again. We just completely forgot the fact that he raped boys left and right.
Yeah, right. I see that all the
Joe
time.
Paterno dies. It's man, what legendary guy, great guy, family man. Oh yeah,
Macaulay Culkin didn't forget.
Yeah. As soon as somebody dies, everything that does gets wiped on. I'm waiting for.
That's right.
Aaron Hernandez will die. Oh, what a great tight end, man.
Whitney Houston, remember she was like,
The fact that she was blowing coke every single night, we forgot about that.
That don't matter. That's the truth. That's the truth about this country. That's the truth about us. That's what happens. It's whatever you can get the, everyone to believe in or cheer about or protest about or whatever. All right, enough of that crap. Sports Goombahs, Cashy King, Chef to Left, Mikey the Wall. We'll be right back after we pay a couple of bills.
BZI Group Inc. for your individual and small group health insurance needs. BZI offers free instant online insurance quotes and applications from major health insurance carriers. The BZI Group is dedicated to a no-nonsense approach to health insurance. They focus on giving you the insurance you need in a timely and cooperative manner. Whether you're looking for individual and family, group, seniors, life, or long-term coverage, BZI can help. For additional information or to speak with an insurance expert, call 1-800-431-4834 or email them at www.bzigroup.com.
Hey, yo, Cassie, what are you doing?
I got plumbing problems here. I can't get the water to go down the drain. What am I going to do?
Call Guaranteed Plumbing, 215-342-7200 for all your plumbing needs. Serving the Philadelphia area and the greater Delaware Valley.
What was that phone number again?
215-342-7200.
Oh, hey, oh.
Need an electrician? Think of adding surveillance or security to your home? Call Beacon Systems at 215-400-1151. Ask for Big Joe and tell him the Sports Goombahs sent you. That's 215-400-1151. They're the #1 electric installer in the Delaware Valley. Guaranteed customer satisfaction. That's Beacon Systems at 215-400-1151.
Looking for insurance? Get the coverage you deserve at a cost you can afford. Call Stefano Terra, Farmers Insurance Agency, 215-987-3734. They specialize in life, auto, business, homeowners, and more. Call the agent you can count on. Stefano Terra's Farmers Insurance, 215-987-3734. Or stop in their Northeast location at 1120 Cobbin Avenue. That's Stefano Terra's Farmers Insurance, 215-987-3734. Hey, are you paying the piper again? You owe the guy? Busted by the book? Let's end that aggravation right now. BestSportsPicksToday.com. Best Sports Picks Today offers free picks from 50 of the best sports handicappers in America today. Daily selection from NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, MMA, the ponies, and even golf action every day of the week. Best Sports Picks Today not only has a few of the best handicappers working for them, they also have the best in the nation working with them. Get you high quality picks for free every day. BestSportsPicksToday.com. Check them out and start winning now. Whoa, it's not that time yet.
I got excited. I got excited.
Look, he jumped up. He woke him up.
Woke him right up after that one. Cashy King here, back Sports Goombahs. Chef Mike wrapping it up for the next hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Who knows? We just go a marathon show. We just run all night. Well, I think we run out of crap to talk about.
You can talk about your mattress more.
He's sucked on the mattresses, man. Hey, guess what? This is the pick session. Brought to you by boys at AutoMagicCarCare.com. Give them a call 215-322-2561. 215-322-2561. Check them out at AutoMagicCarCare.com. Mikey Primo, Matty Liddon, best car detailers in the Delaware Valley, bar none. All right. We had a winning week last week.
There you go.
Come back. You know what's going to happen. It's going to happen eventually. You know, just got to hang in there a little bit. I got to hang in there a little bit. 2-1 last week. Of course, we had that Phillies game, you know, which the Dodgers got 10 runs themselves. I had the over 4.5. We had the Angels in Colorado. We had the over 10.5 there. Well, the Angels got 10 themselves. We didn't even need Colorado. The loser was the Toronto-Chicago game, which blew the sweep. But either way, 2-1, baseball game, the way the money's laid down. It's a winning night. Not a whole lot, but a little bit.
It could be a whole lot if you put $1 million on each game.
That's correct. That depends on how you do it. I only give you the plays. I don't tell you how much to put on them. You know, tomorrow night, we have one game for the week. And tomorrow night, you have the American League against National League, the All-Star game. Exciting ball game that is. I don't know, but 3 players even playing in it because I don't pay attention. Under and over 7.5. You would think that was kind of low for an All-Star game.
But you got to think, you have the best pitchers in baseball inning after inning after inning.
Right. And
pitching usually trumps hitting.
Yeah. And usually, like last year, I think it was 7.5, 8 last year, and it just went over, you know. I can remember back 10 years ago when it used to be like 10, 11, 12 runs when hitting was the whole deal. But Mike's right. The pitching in baseball is far better than the hitting, and the line doesn't lie. With that said, I like the over 7.5. Okay, because I think the weather's bad there too. I don't know. I know it's bad there tonight. I don't know if it's supposed to be bad there tomorrow, but I don't think it really matters. There's going to be a few runs here. I think the moving of pitchers in and out of this game change things around, and it's just going to happen. I think 7.5 is a easy line to go over on this one. And that's it. I mean, I have nothing else to put out this week. There's no other baseball game. At the end of the week, they start up again, but I can't tell what line's going to be at this point. Unless, Mike, you got a soccer game you want to give out?
No.
You sure?
If the U.S. wasn't playing tonight, or if they aren't already playing, I would take them. But I gave you one play, and what a shocker. I won again. I don't even know who I told you this week. I did tell you. I don't know. I don't remember who I picked. But I was a winner.
I love that.
I think I put Pittsburgh over San Diego. That sounds right.
Yes.
Yeah, Pittsburgh won 3-2. So that's what I do. That's 3 straight wins, I believe, for me. So listening to us last week, 3-1. You're welcome, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Not me.
Not you.
No, I will take one game this week other than the All-Star game. Again, obviously, we have no idea what the lines are, but some teams have already announced the pitchers are going. I hate to kick them while they're down, but Phillies, they are at home. But they're throwing out this Morgan character against Jose Fernandez for the Marlins, who was one of the best pitchers in baseball last year, coming back from injury. So
that's in Philly, right?
It's in Philly.
Right.
So
that could be, and
it's not the Marlins are world beaters or anything.
Right,
I'm going off the pitcher here, and the fact that Phillies are one of the historically worst.
You're gonna lay 165 on that one, probably.
Yeah, that's right, my range.
It's a home dog. Yeah.
That's in my range. So take the Marlins on Friday.
I like the Marlins. I know I like the Marlins with the runs there. Probably be like 4.5 for them.
Against Morgan, probably 15.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You got to be on the other side of the Phillies right now, any way you look at it. Even with the teams coming in with their run lines and all, you have to be. They're giving up an alarming amount of runs.
They're getting rocked every night. Even like Cole, the one constant you can bank on, he got shelled.
I looked at that game, thinking there's a game maybe they can win a game. They got to win something here. You know what I mean? I looked at that game.
That's wrong. They don't always have to win one.
Evidently, they don't. Most teams pull 1 out of 5 every now and then, just to keep everybody hopeful that there's something going on down there. This team could very well will have the worst Phillies record we've seen in our time. I think. Yeah. I'm trying to go back to the team in my time. When I could comprehend sports. Would have to be 71, 72 back in them days. The Phillies were just terrible baseball teams. I don't even know what the records were. But from what I can see here, this, You want to see him do well. This looks like there's some screeches of some talent here and there. But when you watch that outfield play ball, you figure, how did a major league team get an outfield that bad? I mean, I can't speak. I see balls dropping in. Like little leaguers would have made the play on. Like there's just the reaction time. Players running in for balls that are well hit, well over their heads, reacting forward. It's almost like who's the center fielder for them right now?
Herrera.
Yeah, he don't see the ball off the bat. There's no way.
Still learning.
See, that kills me. They're still learning stuff when you get to the major leagues and you say, "Well, I'm still learning to see the ball off the bat."
Well, in fairness, he wouldn't be here if he wasn't a Rule 5 pick. He has to be on the team. Yeah. If he wasn't here, we'd have to give him back to the Rangers. So,
but he has to come up though. Doesn't he?
He has to be on the roster. He can't be in AAA. He can't be anything. He has to be for the Phillies.
Well, is he an outfielder?
No, he's not. He was a second baseman.
Second baseman.
His whole life.
All right. That seems to be the Phillies outfield right now. They got players that play other. I can't comprehend that either. I mean, you've got an organization here where you're bringing players from other positions to play the outfield,
which is especially the one position where you should be able to find anybody.
That's where you put everybody when they can't play. I mean, as far as when you're coming up,
yeah,
you become an outfielder. Right here, I was a third baseman most of my little league career until I couldn't deal with it anymore. They put me in the outfield, became a good outfielder. But that's what happens.
You couldn't deal with third base. What does that mean? You couldn't make the plays?
Well, you want to know what happened to me? Yeah, I couldn't make the plays.
There we go.
I played a lot of softball coming up as a kid in camps and stuff. But going from one to the other in the corner, the hot spot, I couldn't react fast enough anymore. So they moved me to the outfield, which I enjoyed much better.
I'll have to say this: your memory is good. It was 72.
Yeah,
they won 59 games in 72. They lost 97.
Yep, that was
we'll shadow 97 this year.
Chris Short. I think it was Larry Bowa's first year, or second year on the team, something like that.
Yeah, but not quite as bad as 61, where they went 47.
I wasn't alive.
107.
I couldn't comprehend because
we're coming for that too.
I know we're getting
coming for it.
Yeah. As this team loses interest going into August and September, could be even worse than what we're seeing now.
Now there is an update from the Home Run Derby. One of the finalists is already set, and here's how sad the Home Run Derby's gotten. It said Todd Frazier has made the finals for the second straight year. First of all, I didn't know Todd Frazier was a good baseball player. Secondly, I didn't know he was in the finals of the Home Run Derby last year. Do you know who Todd Frazier is?
No.
I mean, I know he plays for the Reds, but
where's Ken Griffey Jr. at? Are you playing no more?
No, I wish he was.
It's the last time I focused.
He could probably play center field for us.
Yeah, it's.
I do remember when the Home Run Derby used to be like a thing that you sat on and you watched.
Well, here's the thing, because you had 10 years worth of players in there. You had the Griffeys, even Bonds was in that crew. He didn't do it too many times. I think once or twice he was really in it. But you had the Cecil Fielder back in the day, and you had like there's like good 20 good players, solid home run hitters in baseball that you could put together that made a home run derby worth it. Now you got to pick and choose guys who are. I mean, how many guys are hitting home runs this year? I mean, is there a guy that's in the 30s already or no? I don't think.
Yeah, but no one goes in the 30s anymore. Before
that's what I'm saying.
The leading guy is like 20, something, mid 20s.
Right.
But I mean, look at you mentioned some of the names that were in the home run derbies previously. I mean, just looking at here's 99: Sosa, McGuire, Larry Walker, Bagwell, Griffey.
Hall of Fame. It's a Hall of Fame lineup. That's what it should be, right? Exactly.
So it doesn't exactly match up with the Jock.
So everybody that was in that report, though.
The Jock Petersons and
what are you reading here? Are you reading the home run derby? You're reading the list of who got timed out there. I mean, I don't know.
But you know what? Those are the good old days, baby. Good old days.
That's so true.
The hell is it? Let them all juice now. Okay, I forget how fun that was to watch that crap.
That's it. Yeah, right? There you go.
Hey, Griffey was clean.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
I'll stand by that to the day I die.
But Griffey didn't last. That's the problem.
That's why, because he was.
Right.
That's why. Because a normal human being breaks down in their mid 30s. They don't apex in their mid to late 30s like Bonds was doing.
Apex.
Yeah, that's true. Man's got a point there.
Yeah. That's funny.
Griffey was just doing what men are supposed to do. Break down and you hit 36. Like Bonds, when he hit 72 or whatever, he was like 38. You realize that, right?
Yeah. That's what's so ridiculous about the whole thing, Good point, B. Bring that right out. Well, I don't even want to talk about this. I had to watch the Don McNabb saga that's going on here.
I was waiting to get to this.
I heard about it. I saw a couple mug shots, but then I turned on TMZ and they got the whole thing there. They got the arrest, the cuffing, everything. Donovan telling the story about what he was doing, where he was going. He was so out of it. So, I don't know. The 5 minutes I'm watching on TMZ, I'm looking, he doesn't even know what he's talking about, And then he didn't want to take the test. They decided to take the test, and then the camera goes off and comes back on with a second video, and they see him cuffing him and taking him away for a second DUI. Donovan going to do time?
Yes. Mandatory.
Yeah.
It's never mandatory when you're a celebrity.
It's okay. Let's just say the law says it's mandatory.
Where was he, in Arizona?
Yes.
Yeah, he was in Arizona. I don't know what the rules are there, but that's a second.
Rules are the
stop.
same. You're a celebrity. You're fine.
He had bottles of tequila in his trunk.
Empty or full?
Well,
probably both.
One officer says that he smelled like booze, and that there was an adequate amount of booze in the trunk.
Adequate.
Yeah, whatever that meant.
For what? Well, he is close to the Mexican border, so tequila does make sense.
Even on the video, you can say, I think the officer does say you smell like alcohol or something like that. And I think Donovan came back and said,
I was responsible.
Something like that, but he talked about taking pills because he had a cold or something like that.
Not pills, it was cough drops.
Cough.
He said, he threw a bunch of cough drops in his mouth and got pulled over to try to mask the scent of his tequila.
Minty, fresh, and savory.
Number 5 took cough drops. I thought it was 5 cough drops, but it ended up being 10.
5 will always love you.
5 will always find somebody to drive him home if you let him off the hook here.
It's never good when TOs come out saying, "Man, Donovan really needs help right now."
Yeah,
he said that. TO said
really?
that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dion said Donovan really needs some help right now. When TOs questioning your morals and ethics and your life structure, you're messing up somewhere.
Number 5 loves the fact that T.O. stuck up for it. Thank you, brother. If you could have caught that damn ball in the game, we'd have been all right. But I love you.
It's funny. It's poor Donovan, man. He just can't get a break ever since he made that came out with that big the retirement number at the stadium. After that night, he just like, it was like his career was busted up anyway. But that was like, that was.
See his mugshot. He is definitely messed up.
Yeah,
look at that mugshot.
Yeah, I looked at absolutely.
All disheveled.
Yeah, it's a shame for him, man. He can't take the life.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they can't take being home. They can't take the family life. He can't take that. He's not.
He can't used to being the go-to guy.
Yeah, well, because the sports shows, he's not when he shows that he's on, he's not the go-to guy.
No, he's not.
Definitely not.
It'd be a totally different story if everybody's going, number 5, what do you think? Well, number 5 thinks that everything's going to be all right.
Yeah, right.
But it's not the case. It's not the Donovan McNabb show with all the other peripheral players. He's not.
They tried that with him and it didn't work out too well. ESPN gave him a lot of shots. Fox is everybody's giving him shots, and it's not working out for him. And you get a little down, you get a little sad. You got nothing to do. You got to go home to the wife and kids, and you got to drink a bottle of tequila to get yourself through the night. His whole life you're preparing for football. You know what I mean? Even on the off season, everything's football. Now you got to talk about it. You don't really want to talk about it. He's not that good at talking about it. Never really was.
No,
he's not a microphone guy. I don't think. He likes.
He should be a smart guy, though, right?
He
seems like he's well educated and stuff.
You got 4 years of college behind you.
Well, it's not that. It's like you're a quarterback running an offense, so we know you have some kind of intelligence. I mean,
I don't think it has to do with that. It has to do with
Jameis Winston coached. He was a quarterback of a football team. He doesn't strike me as the brightest guy I've ever met.
Well, we'll see how many Super Bowls.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't.
You can be a good football player and not be a smart guy.
Most of the time, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
You act like you got to be a road scholar to be quarterback.
I'm not saying that, but there's got to be some brains up there.
Well, I got to tell you what. You say that, but look at the quarterbacks that win Super Bowls. They're pretty smart guys off the field too. If you look at them,
I'm not saying that they're not, but like, I'm saying some of the guys who are quarterbacks in this league. And if you think Jameis Winston's going to win a Super Bowl,
I don't.
See, I'll take that. I'll take that bet with you.
That's what you're saying. Makes it 2 years.
I'll take that. I'll take that bet for 20 years.
Yeah.
Standing bet.
You're taking a shot, taking him. The baggage comes with it. What are you gonna do? It's the NFL. You never know what you're going to get. Poor McNabb. What are you gonna do with him, man?
Now we did receive a tweet here on the big board. Must be another Bourbon fan out there. So can we, at Sports Goombahs, can we get a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter to raise money to force Berman into retirement?
Yes, I agree. We could do
We'll all put some money together. Say, Berman, here, we'll give you this. We got a little Kickstarter for you. Please never be on television ever again.
I'm for that.
You're for it?
I'm for it. That's you know what?
I got 35 cents. There it is.
35,
Starting it right there.
35. I'll trump that. I'll double that, man. I'm
Double
75.
that.
All right, 35 cents for me.
You
for
always
Chris
got to show.
Berman.
Well, you are Cash the King. You got to show me up
That's
there.
my job here, man.
Money is no
75 cents
object.
for
Make
him.
it 75 cents.
75 cents. Yeah, that's good. Chris Berman's got to go. That's going to be our thing. We need a patron saint on this anymore. We're out of people to pick on.
But if he goes away, then we won't have him anymore.
Yeah, I know. We don't have anybody
Can't
anyway.
can't kick him while he's gone.
Yes, we're good at kicking while we're gone.
No, we only talk about when he shows up.
Yeah.
When he goes back, we have all right to make fun of him.
Yeah.
When he goes into hibernation between All-Star game and NFL season, we don't mention his name once.
Yeah.
We have limits here.
But he's a good target. He's a good target.
Can't miss him.
Now with that mullet, what do you want to call it? Just a split mullet.
Split mullet.
Yeah. So good old Don McNabb. I'll put him to rest for a while. I guess we won't be hearing too much from him. So when he appears in court and they sends him to 90 days, right?
What it is it up to 6 months?
They'll give him
6
90
weeks
days.
to 6 months or something
Give
like
him
that.
90 days. He'll get out. Give him 9 days. He'll get out in 30.
He'll have 2 weeks of house arrest.
Yeah. Here's exactly what's going to happen. They'll give him house arrest. Arizona could care less.
So you're going to sit around and drink more tequila. Just don't leave the house, though.
Poor Donnie Mac. I'm done with him. You know, in honor of him, I put the video back up.
He served 1 day in jail before.
He did.
One for the previous one. Yep.
Okay, wait, take him away from the car.
I guess for the previous DUI, he did 1 day in jail.
Damn, man, it's a convict.
He's an ex-con.
He's an ex-con, man.
What? Martha Stewart's got more cred than him. Street cred. She did some hard time there.
Forgot about Martha Stewart at her time. Once again,
How would you fare in the pen?
Me, not good at all.
Not good at all.
Not good at all. No, I got to eat. You know, I got to have a sandwich when I want a sandwich.
You wouldn't join a
know?
gang. You wouldn't get
Dude,
the
good luck.
back up.
Dude, I can't shit outside anywhere. I got to be waiting in my bathroom when I go get a match and do it.
Oh, you'll have your own bathroom. You and Bubba.
Yeah, no way, man.
Yeah, it'll be Bubba's face.
You and Five.
No way. I'm trying to make sure I stay out of the can, man.
His luck he would get locked up with Donovan.
No.
Five don't like what you said about him. He'll be all up. Betrayed. You're too pretty for jail. They be trading your ass nightly for a pack of Marlboros.
How often do you get called pretty?
What?
How often do you get called pretty? That's got to be a first time in a while.
He's called me pretty before.
No,
I said no. He is too pretty.
I know he is. I'm saying, but how often do you get called pretty? It's probably
too pretty for jail.
Probably few and far
He wouldn't
between.
last. He wouldn't last.
No, I'll last a couple minutes, man. Okay, I'll get through a couple minutes. Don't worry about me.
I'm planning on that. That's how I'm going to get away.
Listen, you do what you have to do to survive.
Don't finish that sentence. Please don't finish that sentence.
Yeah, speaking of survival, Des Bryant has he's put out an ultimatum here to the Dallas Cowboys. He's another clown, another NFL clown. I haven't won nothing, but I won everything clown.
There's some little a subtle amount of did you notice that on the downtime here? The subtle amount of NFL stories popping out. Little ones here and there.
Yeah, well,
They're throwing us bones.
Look, McNabb put the NFL on the map this week. It was a good job by him. Goodell will throw a few bucks. Probably keep, like you said, keep him to the 2 weeks in there. Little probation. He'll step in there. The Don will step in there, clean things up for McNabb for putting the NFL on the map this week. Des Bryant too. He spews more of his crap. They'll probably say, all right, give him his money. He's going to take us into the weekend with his bullshit. 48 hours, or I'm sitting out the season. Let them sit out the season. Cowboys are going to win it anyway.
Now, any athlete has ever threatened to sell the season. That's the stupidest threat you can make.
You're pissed.
You'll just hurt. You'll hurt yourself.
Right.
Because if they make the playoffs, now it's look, we don't even need you. If you don't make the playoffs, it's like, well, now you're a selfish ass. Just cost us the playoffs. So either way, it's win-win for your team.
Des Bryant thinks he's bigger than the game, of course. He thinks he's the number one wide receiver in the league, and he needs all the money, and he's the star of the show, and he's in Dallas. And without him, Tony Romo was worthless. He might be right. He's got a point.
He has that point.
Yeah, right.
Tony Romo ain't all that, but
Yeah, he's worthless without Des Bryant.
No, Des Bryant's easily a top 3, top 5 receiver in the league, without question. Could be the best. He could be the best.
He could be the best, but he's blowing it for himself.
Yeah, he is.
But nothing was better than last year. That was, I mean, come on. If you didn't like the guy, what happened to him last year, in those games, man, it was like the best. The 1 week we're saying it's fixed, that they fixed it for the Cowboys, and next week they steal it right out of their hands. I mean, it's all look bad on that.
But now what's this collusion thing that they're talking about with? I don't understand
That's
it.
a bunch of drunk owners, man, making deals. That's what that is.
Isn't that what they're supposed to do?
You don't do this, and I won't do that, and we'll do it together, right? And that's when they leave the room. That's how it is. That's what they do to these ball players.
Backroom deals?
Sure, they're all making deals.
Cigars and liquor and
NFL owners.
Cheap women.
Yeah. NFL owners are like oil owners, like big oil and big insurance. Same thing, same guys. They're all in there with their young broads and wives and whoever. It's an elite crew.
But what they're saying, they're trying to fix wages or
fix everything. Fix the game, fix the cameras, fix everything. Make it
fix
all
the cameras.
Listen,
See,
what they've been
knew
doing-
we'd get there eventually.
Listen,
it always comes back to cameras with you.
The NFL is all cameras. That's what the whole show is cameras. I mean, NFL is more cameras than players now in the field.
Just not the
Come
camera,
on, man.
just not the camera angle you want. That's all.
You got 22 players on the field at one time. They got 430 cameras plus the people with their own cameras. So you literally could have a camera on every player, pinpointed, to watch every move the player is making. They'd have 22 referees watching every player. That's how it's gotten in the NFL. Camera galore everywhere. And God forbid your cameras miss something, some guy with his telephone's going to pick it up, post it on Twitter or whatever he wants to do with it, right? Right, Mike?
Of course. When you start talking about cameras, I'm going on. I'm never talking about it again.
Yeah. Oh. And I'm going to talk about real quarterback Kenny Stabler. The snake himself passed away at 69 this week. John Madden's boy. Back to when quarterbacks were real quarterbacks, where you used to get hit, splattered all over the field. And Kenny the Snake Stabler did get splattered back in the 70s. Good quarterback, great Oakland Raiders team. He died of, the old colon cancer at age 69. Damn colon cancer, man. Just beating up on everybody.
Yeah.
That's our breast cancer, that colon cancer, man.
No, prostates are.
Yeah.
You got to watch it if you're a guy. Get it checked, man.
Yeah, I get it checked all the time, man.
All right, okay. I thought.
Dude, I get it checked all the time, man. I tell you, go to the doctors, get it checked. That's what I mean all the time.
All right.
I'm not running every week to the doctor to get a colon check, colonoscopy. I'm no rectal renegade here. You know what I mean?
I'm glad I'm not old.
Not yet.
I'm glad I'm not old.
Dude,
not yet.
You're like start now getting that stuff checked out. Don't be going that not old stuff.
Prostate.
The way you kids eat, man, the crap you guys put down your stomach, the fast food bullshit I see you guys eating. Ridiculous.
How do you see what I'm eating?
I know your crew, man. I know what they eat. These elastic beers or whatever you're drinking.
The hell's an elastic beer?
I don't know. What do you call this micro beer you got? At a party in my house, and the guys come in with this Peter Paul peanut butter ale, whatever it is, man. The hell is that crap?
He had Samuel Adams.
That was one buy. I bought the Adams.
That's a fairly common beer.
No, they had the other stuff. They had this
Sweet Baby Jesus,
something like that, man. Yeah, Sweet Baby Jesus beer.
Yes, it's a peanut butter.
It's a peanut beer.
Peanut butter.
Well, I wasn't there for that party then, because I'm not drinking peanut butter beers.
You were drinking water, I think.
I had a couple beers and then I had some water.
There's water.
I don't want to be a number 5 here. I had to be sober, drive home.
Don't worry, we had cat.
I'm not a celebrity yet. I can't get out of these arrests.
I was going to say that. You'll actually have to do
I will actually have to do the time.
And could you do time? You never answered.
Come on, man.
Yes, that's the wall.
Look at the guns.
I'll create my own gang. I'll have people following me.
Shave his head off.
The wall poles.
The wall poles. Yeah.
I'll be sentenced to like 30 days. I'll voluntarily do 30 years. This is how much of a man's man I am.
You could do time. You just gotta act accordingly. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm so scared.
No,
sir. No, sir. I wasn't looking at you. I'm sorry.
Don't make direct eye contact.
Yeah, I hear you. So what else we got?
I'll bring it up then. If you guys want to bring me in.
Say it.
the passing of Joel Embiid's career.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, I thought that you put that in the stinking wall report, but okay,
no,
we'll talk about
that deserves its own.
You know, to me, this is the second time we're hearing this crap. This is the second time in 5 years that they have.
Do you think he'll ever lace up a pair of sneakers for the Philadelphia Sixers?
No, I don't think he will. I don't think he will because this has got to be a huge problem here. I mean, we see the same stupid video like the freaking Zapruder film of this guy doing a layup for the past year. The spin move to the basket. That's all we've been seeing him, right? Every night they show it, and that's it. And now they're coming out and say, well, he can't play. He can't take the pain or...
No, he said he has no pain.
What?
I'm so confused.
He's saying he doesn't have pain, but the doctors are saying it's not right, though. What's in your foot isn't right.
Visually, for the x-rays and MRIs.
For x-rays, yeah.
So he has no pain, and he's playing, and he's able to play, but they say he can't because he's going to hurt whatever it's going to
be. He's going to hurt himself even worse.
Sounds like your prostate exam.
Yeah, right.
The thing
I have no pain.
I don't understand any of this. For one thing, I mean, we mentioned Kevin Ware, his leg falling apart. You know, Paul George's leg literally bent in a 90-degree angle, and they played a year later.
Yeah.
When their leg snapped in half.
Exactly right.
No, there's no injury in the world that would make me not be able to play a sport for a full calendar year.
I still don't know I still don't know what Bynum's injury was. But he's not playing.
He's played since then.
He hasn't played since then. He's collected 2 checks.
This is a knee injury, though.
Right, he collected 2 checks from 2 teams. Hasn't played.
A foot thing, but I don't get. It's like a full year of recovery, and nothing got better. Nothing. No. These guys are literally breaking their legs in 90-degree angles with bones popping out, and they
breaking skin.
And they're playing a year later.
Who's running this team, man? Is it really? You know, it's like. It's all we hear about is the strategy of what they're doing.
That's what I've been saying.
You know, and at this point, it's like, once again, I can't get excited. I don't, me, and I don't get excited about what ifs.
About anything.
Man. Right.
Except cameras.
Nice looking chick gets me excited, dude.
Oh,
okay.
I kind of want to hear about that.
Piece gets me, where I need to be.
Yeah, like Monica Lewinsky.
I'd rather go to jail. Or get his prostate exam.
Yo,
I just don't understand. Like I said, with any kind of these injuries, man, like guys are tearing ACL, and I mean, I don't know if you remember Willis McGahee's injury when he was in college. That thing was graphic. It was disgusting. He played a year later. What the hell is wrong with his leg? With the foot.
This dates back to years and years of this 76ers team between the Andrew Toney injuries. We had who was the guy who got traded for Malone. He played for the Washington Bullets or whatever they were called back then. Came over.
Who knows?
Center from oh my God! Somebody tweet who the center was. It was in a trade for Moses Malone to Washington, and he had the same problem with his ankle. He played 10 games with Sixers during that deal. And then you go on. There's a bunch of players. Always somebody in this organization who has an injury that's
Weber.
Right, that you can see, you can't see it. They're walking around, they're playing, and it's like a nagging thing, and it just ends up ruining their career here. Yeah. And so we always have that person. Ridiculous. I'm not saying it's a history of this team with that. I don't hear anywhere else.
My whole beef, and do I think Hinkie can put together a team? Maybe.
I think, but he has.
Well, no, he hasn't because it's not on the court yet.
Well, it's because the season's over.
I'm just no.
I mean, he can't go out there and play now.
No, I don't mean it like that. We got a player in Europe that ain't coming over yet.
He wasn't supposed to.
I'm saying that. I'm just saying, you draft guys that you can't play, that can't play yet. You draft a guy whose foot can't play yet, and I'm just saying, at some point you have to field the team that you intend.
Yeah. They're 1 year away from that. It was supposed to be.
It ain't now.
The 4-year plan. It will be because let's say he does. No, like I'm saying after next year, because after next year you should get Embiid. I won't say will. You should get Embiid back. You do get Sarge. You do cash in on those 4 first-rounders. You have Noel. You have Stauskas. You have Okafor. Okafor has looked like a monster in the summer league so far. Double doubles every night.
That's something to be excited about.
Yeah, that's something to be excited about.
I like that.
And I mean, even though we didn't trade, you didn't have the top, you didn't have a pick. We basically had another first-round pick last year. Stauskas was like 8th, 9th overall.
It's just a shame it's got to be like this. You got to lose a player like that. That you kind of.
Well, yeah, it is a shame. Of course, it's a shame.
I'm just saying, but we're getting used to it around here.
Yeah.
We're getting used to the videos are the same. It's like watching Bynum all over again. Same thing. Doing things, off the court that he shouldn't be doing. What was he doing? He was riding something the other day, and I forget what it was. He was on a scooter,
I was listening to one interview where they said because there's two polar opposites of this same exact injury. One to Yao Ming ended his career, game over, never played again. Another one was that they said Zydrunas Ilgauskas. I don't know if you remember him from the Cavs, big 7'3" guy. He had the same injury, missed two full years with that. Came back, had a 10-year All-Star career.
Were they in pain?
No, without pain. No, he was fine.
Without pain, but
he was fine. I mean, he may have pain, but he had a 10-year career of All-Star, with All-Stars appearances. So there's two ways this can go. It could end horribly, like Yao Ming, or we could have a light at the end of the tunnel with a multiple-time All-Star.
Now, what are they going to do? They're going to put cadaver bone in there, or bone?
Yeah, they put exactly.
It's that bad. They're sticking a bone in there.
Yeah, they're adding bones to
make it heal right,
because they're concerned if it's a chronic thing where his bones aren't strong enough. Like we're getting to that point.
Well, now isn't there stuff coming out that the guy should have been taking minerals and vitamins and all this other kind of crap and adhering to a certain schedule? And
like I said again,
like a 20-year-old kid.
Like I said, if you're a full year of recovery, if you in your current state, prepare yourself for a full calendar year, I'm pretty sure you could be in much better health.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know how is he in the same point now. He's in the same point, if not in a worse point now than he was a year ago when we drafted him.
Exactly.
And the thing he got hurt in college was a back and it wasn't even like a foot thing, really. It was his back that we're concerned about. Oh,
back
man.
in.
It was a foot, but it was like his back was like, oh, he's a big guy with back problems. This is bad news.
Bad investment. Yeah. Bad investment.
Yeah. I mean, it's you can't say it's a bad investment until it's written off. You say it can still turn around. Like I said, he can come back in after next year and be an All-Star, and we're all saying, "Oh, great, great pick." Yeah, because I mean, you look at the guys that went after him. It wasn't like we just pass up on some superstar like a pick or two later. Like, oh man, what a dumb pick. Yeah, I mean, the guys after him. I mean, would Aaron Gordon be any different right now? Like, these are guys that you're not. Again, I'm saying these names, and then it's not popping in your head. We didn't pass up on the next, Michael Jordan. We didn't take Bowie over Jordan. At least not yet.
No, I have no problem with what they did on that part. I just think, I don't know, medically, it seems like this team is always behind the eight ball when it comes to their players' medical abilities. I mean, their medical situations. And it's the same story. It's always that it's like
and does it seem to be that same way for all of our teams? I mean, we always say Flyers, they're stuck in their ways of flyer hockey, grinder, mucker hockey. Right. Phillies, the farm system, the farm system's awful, they don't do anything. Sixers, his injuries. It's like, why are we the city who just like every franchise we have is just like, and you have this problem, you have this problem, you have this problem.
Yeah, and it's recurring. It's a stereotype too.
And like in this town, it was always about the quarterback. Then we get one and can't stop throwing up. Like it's always the same.
No, I really don't think that was our big issue. I really don't think that was our big issue.
You haven't watched the Skinnies.
That's right.
He couldn't stop.
He couldn't stop throwing up. Yeah, Donnie Mac in jail. Yeah, man. We get visitation rights. Go see him. Maybe we should take a plane. Go see him. We're his biggest fans.
He'll probably be in the cell right next to Warren Sapp.
Yeah.
Put a couple of Phoenix convicts out there.
Is he in there too, Sapp, now?
He's probably in jail. I would assume so.
Yeah.
And he's doing it all in Phoenix. He keeps beating hookers.
He didn't have no money. He couldn't even afford the hooker.
Yeah, he keeps beating hookers and girlfriends and wives. And
I'm telling you, it's that after football ag factor.
You got to hit somebody.
You got to hit somebody.
Yeah,
listen, you got to be crazy nut.
Donnie couldn't hit the wide receivers when he played in the NFL. Why is he hitting the bottles when he's done?
Because he was still the man, even though he couldn't. He was the man. He was the one everybody went to. He was the quarterback. He was 5. And he'll always love you. Right, B?
I will always love you.
Funny, you gotta do an impression, man.
That's not a very good impression.
Never said it was.
It's
better for you as drunk as Manab was.
Yeah.
Then it sounds good.
It's about as good an impression as your Bill Clinton was last week.
I like this Bill Clinton. It was good.
I'm glad you liked it.
Hey, speaking of Bill Clinton, anybody else jump into the race? We can rip one.
Any more president? I think it's a little late to jump in the presidential.
There's another one. Someone else. They're up to 18 now, aren't they?
15.
15
candidates?
Yeah, 15
in the Republican Party, yep.
Yeah.
And 6 in the Democrats.
Yeah.
Didn't the porn star try to be president? The one that tried to be mayor of California or something like that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
There was a porn star president of like Italy or something at one point.
Back. Yeah. She tried to do that. I know you're talking about.
No, she wanted to run for president this year. She tried to run for mayor when they did like the the Schwarzenegger one.
Listen, if porn star, if Donald Trump could win, whoa, what's that? The telephone. Let's take a call.
Yeah, it works.
If you can
Sports
figure it out.
Goombahs, welcome to the show.
Jimmy, what's going on?
Oh,
How you guys doing?
we're hanging in there, man, on a slow sports week. We're hanging tight.
Yeah, come on. The Phillies are just part of the news. You have the weather, Phillies lose, fire North Philly, like every day, same thing.
Yeah. What are you going to do with them? At least it's something to do. You go out to the stadium. Yeah, we talked about that. You go out to the stadium, you have yourself a sandwich, a couple
All gonna
beers.
change. As soon as Trump becomes president, man, it's all going to change.
Yeah. Are you wishing for that, man? The Donald. Yeah, him in that hair. Can you imagine him come up to the podium doing his State of the Union? Could you imagine the chaos? I mean, you can't make a movie about that. Unreal.
He's going to pick El Chapo as the vice president.
Now there's a guy. There's a guy you need on your team, man.
The guy sneaks in and out underground, back and forth to Mexico. Nobody knows.
I want to know how he did that, man. No one, unless everybody's paid off to look the other way. Obviously, you can't tell.
All these Mexicans coming over the border. Not one of them could play baseball. The Phillies couldn't pick them up.
Right. No.
Because according to Donald, only the murderers are coming over.
Yeah,
not the athletes.
Right. With no rapists and murderers, we can't have them on the Phillies. I mean, come on.
We gotta have somebody in prison with a good arm. We gotta do something.
It's not even. It's a shame. It's the truth. Anybody can play on this team right now. I mean, you got to agree with. You got to agree with me.
All the Phillies averages, you couldn't pass your SATs.
Yeah, that outfield, man. And you got to agree with me. That outfield, that's got to be the worst outfield in baseball, if not the worst outfield in 20 years. I mean, you're talking.
All right, so what's the team gonna look like next year, man? What's it gonna look like?
Can't look much better than this. I mean, how could it? How can it look any? How can it look? What? Usually you say, oh yeah, this
You'll still have Herrera.
This one's coming up. That one's coming up.
Maybe Revere.
Right. You don't have anybody saying Revere. He's got to go too, man.
I don't want to get into it with you again.
Yeah.
With Revere.
He's got to go too.
Don't have Nolan up.
You don't know
by
what he's
then.
doing in the outfield either.
They'll have Nolan up by then.
And they're going to bring some. Yeah, they got what? They have no choice but to bring up the young crew, no matter who it is down there. It doesn't really matter at this point, does it? You can't get.
You got to have a team, though. That's what I don't get. The beginning of the year, right after spring training, you've got to have 9 guys, your starters, and that's what you play with. And then you substitute guys. You can't have 15 guys playing 10 different positions.
It's rotational baseball.
Game,
I know.
We never played ball like that.
No, that's right. And evidently, it was so bad they couldn't do that. They thought their 2 veterans were still going to be able to play ball this year. That's why, or 3 of them. You got a guy like Franco. He's your third baseman, right? I put the TV on the other day. He's playing second base. I don't get that.
Did that happen?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he was playing second base. They filled him in for another guy. He's
Good
your
Lord.
third baseman. Give me that. Give me a team. Give me set positions. Let these guys play some baseball. They're mixing these guys up. It doesn't work.
Now, I would have saw that. I would have pissed me off. I probably didn't even notice it.
No.
They probably did it. And I didn't notice it because did he get any plays at short?
Not short, second.
I'm sorry, second. Yeah, second. Yeah, even worse.
I think they put Blanco at third for that game. I think that's what it was, something like that.
And they just want to give him a shot at third base for no reason, just to see if he can play it. I mean, what, showing him off? Well, that makes no sense at all.
All right, so now that Hernandez hasn't had a hit in 16 at bats or so, and Utley's supposedly getting better, what do? You play him?
Wait, can we please stop with that whole Cesar Hernandez is the future type? What was that conversation we were having? Everyone was like, "Oh, he's the new future guy because he had a hot week."
Yeah, I don't think.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I don't think he's. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, he had a hot week, he had a bad week. You don't know. But the thing is, all these, other than Franco, all these players are like that. Hey, look. The bottom line is, you got Don Brown in right field. He should be playing baseball anywhere.
No.
And the fact that you have anybody better than him, and if you're putting him up to show him off, it shows how stupid you are to think that anybody else in this league is even looking at him. I mean, how could they?
We were talking about it 2 weeks ago. He's at 200.
Yeah. And
Sitting
what
below that now?
Yeah, and what is he doing there? Why is he playing ball with this team? Why is they? I guess because they're paying him. What are they paying? They still paying him a ton of money?
No, he's not getting a lot.
Yeah, he's not getting money from that 2013 season, is he? Whatever he did in that in October. He didn't get a bump from that, did he? So he's a regular. I don't know what to do. I think they were hoping he came up, hit the ball around, and someone else saw him.
Yeah, he's making $2.6 million.
Right. That's all? Yeah. Chicken scratch. He ain't worth 2.6 cents right now. Okay. It's ridiculous to have to come out to the game, have to watch him stand at bat. Hoping he can maybe if he's lucky, he makes contact and gets a single. Maybe he's lucky because nobody guesses the pitches more than he does. Complete guesser.
Like it's 400 pounds.
Yeah, he does look like it's 400 pounds exactly.
They don't even know what they're doing, man. They put what they're batting Chooch fourth, fifth, sixth, first. Come on.
I know.
You gotta have a set team at batting with. They don't know what they're doing. They hold the dice. Like today, Hamels bats first.
You know what it is?
Team in there.
You know what it is? I mean, you come to the game, you're not even focused on the lineup anymore. You're just there because you have tickets. You got your tickets. No one else will take them from you. You don't want to waste them, so you go down there. And whatever lineup they throw out there, you go, okay, that's cool. Oh, Ryan Howard's in the line. Well, maybe he'll hit a home run today. Maybe he won't. Who cares? Doesn't matter because when he does hit it, it's going to be 10-2 when he decides to make contact.
I think Philly's system got screwed over big time by teams like Houston, teams they traded with.
Yep.
Took everybody from us.
Yes.
Robbed us blind.
Yep.
Everybody.
It seems like that, doesn't it?
We got played so bad. I mean, they should fire everybody. They took all our AAA guys.
Yeah.
Catcher, everybody.
And for who? Who do we get? Who's the last player we got from Houston? Then we get that pitcher, Roy. Who came from Houston?
Oswald.
Yeah, did he come over from Houston?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and Pence.
Yep.
And Pence.
And Pence, right.
For all those, and we sent Hap too.
We gave him half their lineup.
Hap.
Yep.
We gave him Hap.
Cozart, Singleton. Santana. Yeah, we gave him all. We gave him like their entire farm team.
Yeah.
You don't even hear
all the Iron Pigs.
You don't even hear about Cliff Lee. What's Cliff Lee?
No, he's done.
What is he actually doing in life?
Yeah.
Is he still he's still a member of the team, correct?
Him and Howard, they're out fishing someplace, laughing at everybody.
Is he trying to rehab? Is it just foregone that he's just done? What happened to him? You never heard of him?
No. He was last I heard he was rehabbing.
He's on Social Security disability.
Yeah, right. You don't want to come back.
That's another name for the Phillies.
Social Security disability.
I think the whole team should be on Social Security disability. Give them their Medicare cards tomorrow, man.
And listen, I'll tell you what, Jimmy, Hamels, I think he's had it too. I'm tired of hearing about him with his run support and stuff, but he's getting whacked around too. He's not.
I mean, how could he care?
Yeah, I guess he doesn't care. He's got to care. He wants to get shipped. Well, he's going to get shipped out anyway.
Not as bad as Papelbon does.
Yeah. Well, Pap's the man. He's all-star. You know what I'm saying?
He's going to throw 7 good innings. It's going to be 0-0 going into the 8th.
Who's that?
Cole.
With Hamels pitching. You can guarantee it. He's lost his energy,
Yeah. I guess you're right. I guess you got to think that way. If you're playing with a team that can't get you run support and they're no good, you're not going to get any time you got to throw, what so-called perfect game to get through.
The team's created a culture of losing.
Yeah.
Losing. That's the norm. And that sucks, man. It sucks because, this is it. This is Philly. You play hard-nosed. You go out every day.
Yeah.
You don't show up.
And here's the thing. We got a taste of all that good ball. 06, 07, 08, 09, and the best team of all, the 011 team, which should have won everything.
011.
What?
011?
011, whatever, the 11 team. Yeah, 011, 2011, the 11 team. That was the team that they took it, they tore up the league, and then arrested everybody at the end of the season. That was the year they should have,
mushed it.
Yeah, absolutely. And
after take all the rhythm away from everything. After
that, it was done. It was done after that. We never saw it again. That was the end of it. That was the run.
It's the first time I've ever watched the announcers start to critique the players. You ever see that before in baseball?
Oh, no, all the time now, right?
Oh, Phillies?
Yeah.
He should have took that pitch. Oh,
yeah, I know. I think they're allowed to now because they got nothing else to say. They can't bullshit. How much bullshit can you doing? Larry Anderson. This is he's feeding off this shit. He gets on every show. He was doing this even when they were playing well. A couple years ago, he'd rip on them anyway. Now that what are you going to do? You can't. We're watching it. You can't tell us it's black when it's white. You know what I mean? So what are you going to do?
Talking about how to correct a professional baseball player's swing during the season.
Right.
They were talking the other day about Chooch. How he needs to perfect his swing. The guy's been playing ball for
That's
years.
what I've been saying. That's what I'm saying about outfielders and guys playing their position. You're like, well, he's learning now. You don't learn when you get up here. The reason you got up here because you were that good at it back then. That's how you became a ball player.
And I'll answer that question because just like Mikey said earlier, we traded away our prospects, so we don't have that guy coming up at second base, or but we have a really good outfielder. We're going to make a second baseman. Because that's what we need. That's what we think we need. What we have coming up is not what we drafted for because everything's been traded away. So now you're training and you get them up because they're a good player. You think it's going to be able to translate well. And because the organization is so messed up, they're bringing up people and rather play them out of position because they know that they're good athletes and hopefully they can adjust to make themselves look better, to make it look like they're doing something. And that's what... Unfortunately, that's what's happened now, and that's what we're stuck with. So get used to it for at least another 2 years.
At least. I mean, we might be looking at 10 or more years before you even see a championship team in the
Well, I don't know about that. 10 more. That's a long time. I mean, well,
it's right.
It's par for the course for the city. With 93, and in 2003 we started brewing a team that was
80, 83, 93, 2008.
Yeah, right. There you go.
So he's not.
Listen,
he's about right.
Yeah.
If you were to ask Ruben Amaro, who's your first baseman, who's your second baseman, who's your shortstop, he can't even answer.
He don't even know who Ruben Amaro is. He's so far gone from what goes on in this baseball team. Anyway, he's destroyed it as much as he possibly can at this point. And it still kills me that once again we get back to the players and the positions they play. To get to this point, to get to the major leagues, you had to be good at what you were doing at one point. You had to be fundamentally sound to get to this point, to where you don't have to be taught how to do something. All right, I don't know how do you get to the show and not be great someplace else to get here? How are you a second
at all?
Right, even you had to be great in high school to get to that college,
right,
or whatever to play this game. It's professional baseball. This is no joke. It's a 1 in a million shot for you, and you're there. So you don't need to be taught. Unless you got...
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, unless you got real crappy scouts who are picking players up that aren't worth the crap that I don't know. Even if you're going to a place where the players aren't worth it. Well, no, that's not what I would say. Even if you're going to, you know what I mean? You have to be that good. We all played ball growing up as kids. We all knew when our time was done, when we couldn't compete anymore because the level got so high and so good that you had to back out. You weren't good enough. You could play third base for a high school team in Philadelphia, and then you go over to Penn State and play baseball for Penn State, and you're no good there anymore because the level went up so much.
Right. Absolutely.
And then you get to the pros, and in order to get to the pros, you had to be great.
Yeah, you wouldn't be drafted if you weren't good in
Yeah,
high school.
so,
you
right.
make it to college. You
Right.
play college ball.
That's
Absolutely.
right. So, yeah, don't tell me that these guys don't know how to play. And then when you take a guy like Cody Ashe from third base, you put him into the outfield, and you say to me, that's telling me you don't have a left fielder in this organization anywhere? Or Cody Ashe's that good, you got to keep him in his lineup so you have his bat. And to me, his bat's not that good that you're going to waste the position.
You've got to have two outfielders that are hitting 20 to 30 home runs.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You've got to.
You can't have an outfield like this. They don't have 20. They don't have 10 between the three of them. Do they?
You got to have that one outfielder that everybody fears, who you got to rock it on.
They probably honestly don't have 10 between them.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's unheard of in Major League Baseball. Have an outfield, you have 10 home runs. Really, I can't think of it. I'm used to teams that have, our outfield's got some of the top home run hitters in the league.
Revere, Herrera, Francoeur combined for 11.
11 home runs. That's pathetic, man.
That's not an outfield.
That's
second baseman and a shortstop.
I can go to the Iron Pigs. I bet they got more home runs to their outfield. 10 times. They probably have 30 or 40 by now. Yeah, that can't be. You can't do that. And how does it get like that? In your organization that bad, Are your scouts that bad? Are your people who are doing the trade? And it hasn't get like that. That's the
They
Philly.
made a huge mistake when they traded for Pence.
Yeah.
They gave up a lot of guys, and that's when it really hit.
And then they moved him a year later to the day and got nothing back.
Nothing for him.
Not one guy back.
I never figured that deal out. And this guy won 3 World Series since then.
I mean, we've traded away Schilling, we traded away Rowland, we traded away Pence, we traded away Lee the first time. We didn't get not one player in any of those deals. Not one.
Nope.
Got Travis Lee. That was like the gem of the Schilling trade.
And he was awful, man.
Every other team there is getting all these great guys back and these good young guys back. We haven't gotten anything in 15, 20 years.
Yep. The last good deal we had was the signing of Pete Rose. That's the last. At
least we didn't get robbed on it.
I mean, we bought Roy Halladay, right? Did we trade for him? No, we
traded for him.
We paid for him. Cliff Lee we paid for him at first, right?
Who?
Cliff Lee. Did we buy him at first and then trade him?
No, we traded for him both times.
Traded for him. And I look at the rest of that World Series team. Was there anybody on we made deals for? No, everybody else was homegrown for the most part.
We're off the scrap heap like Worth and Victorino.
Victorino, well, what did we get for Victorino?
It was nothing.
He walked. Yeah, right.
No. Yeah, he was. When we got him, it was like, wasn't he a Rule 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yep.
So we got him basically for nothing.
Same thing with Worth. Worth was like a minor league free agent we signed.
Mm-hmm.
They got to fill a couple positions. That's what they have to do. They got to start with the outfield. Get 2 guys that can hit 20, 30 home runs a year. Now you got a third baseman that's good. I like Giles as a pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
I like a couple guys on his team, but you can't sit back and keep playing these guys. You're telling me what? They hit 11, 15 home runs this season so far in the outfield? The whole outfield?
Yep.
That's insane. In Phillies Park,
that's the other thing too, man.
In that stadium, that's not a lot. That's horrible.
Yep. Everybody should be fired.
I think Cashy could have hit a home run in that stadium.
I got a fun good one over there. Yeah, absolutely.
We actually did trade Victorino. We got nothing back.
No, we did. Yeah, I thought
Josh Lindblom and Ethan Martin. We actually about 2 weeks ago we designated Martin for assignment. So yeah, again,
what's he been to war?
Nothing. We got nothing back.
Legendary team when it comes to making deals. What you gonna do? Hey, B Zim, I appreciate you calling in, man.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, start up a little bit. You got it, man. Talk to you. BZ Zim, checking it out. BZI Insurance Group. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we will be preparing for the Wall Report. Cashy King, Chef Left, Mikey the Wall, Sports Goombahs. We'll be right back.
BZI Group Inc. for your individual and small group health insurance needs. BZI offers free instant online insurance quotes and applications from major health insurance carriers. The BZI Group is dedicated to a no-nonsense approach to health insurance. They focus on giving you the insurance you need in a timely and cooperative manner. Whether you're looking for individual and family, group, seniors, life, or long-term coverage, BZI can help. For additional information or to speak with an insurance expert, call 1-800-431-4834 or email them at www.bzigroup.com.
Hey, yo, Cassie, what are you doing?
I got plumbing problems here. I can't get the water to go down the drain. What am I going to do?
Call Guaranteed Plumbing, 215-342-7200 for all your plumbing needs. Serving the Philadelphia area and the greater Delaware Valley.
What was that phone number again?
215-342-7200.
Oh, yeah, oh.
Need an electrician? Think about adding surveillance or security to your home? Call Beacon Systems at 215-400-1151. Ask for Big Joe and tell him the Sports Goombahs sent you. That's 215-400-1151. They're the #1 electric installer in the Delaware Valley. Guaranteed customer satisfactions. That's Beacon Systems at 215-400-1151.
Looking for insurance? Get the coverage you deserve at a cost you can afford. Call Stefano Terra, Farmers Insurance Agency, 215-987-3734. They specialize in life, auto, business, homeowners, and more. Call the agent you can count on. Stefano Terra's Farmers Insurance, 215-987-3734. Or stop in their Northeast location at 1120 Cobbin Avenue. That's Stefano Terra's Farmers Insurance, 215-987-3734. Hey, Are you paying the piper again? You owe the guy. Busted by the book. Let's end that aggravation right now. BestSportsPicksToday.com. Best Sports Picks Today offers free picks from 50 of the best sports handicappers in America today. Daily selections from NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, MMA, the ponies, and even golf action every day of the week. Best Sports Picks Today not only has few of the best handicappers working for them, we also have the most of the best in the nation working with them. Get you high quality picks for free every day. BestSportsPicksToday.com. Check them out and start winning now. Now, the Wall Report.
Yes, it's that time once again. Everybody's favorite segment of the show. It's the Wall Report.
Mikey.
Before we do get into the Wall Report, I just wanted to kick the Phillies a little bit more while they're down. We're talking about the trade that they made when we traded to get Cliff Lee. Then we traded away. The prize of that pack was Carlos Carrasco, who, if you remember, just had a no hitter into the bottom of the ninth. He currently has 10 wins. He's 28 years old, 10 wins, fourth in the American League in strikeouts. What could we possibly want with that? What would we do with that?
No good.
And then when we traded Lee back away, we literally got 3 guys who are not in the team anymore. So, there's Phillies for you.
That's all under Amaro, right?
That's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was Amaro.
That's some legendary numbers there for him, man. Jeez.
And like I said, we're not. It's not like we're just picking a bad trade. No. We're trying to find a good one. We're actively searching for a good one. They're all bad. Although I do, again, I will always disagree with you on Ben Revere. I'm the only one who likes the guy, but I think he's a good player.
And where do you think he's a good player at? His on base percentage?
And the fact that he's 6th in the National League in hits. I think that's a good thing.
You know what? That's not even a problem I have of him. His outfielding is, it's
6th in hits, 4th in steals. I will always take that out of my leadoff guy. I will take that 10 times out of 10.
Yeah. When this team, it doesn't really matter though.
So that's another story for another day. That's not what we're here for.
On a good hitting team, he would probably be scoring a lot of runs too.
Yeah.
A decent 3-hole hitter, you're scoring runs.
Yeah, but once again, just like anybody else on this team, whatever you're doing is, if no one else is, the other 8 guys aren't, or 7 guys aren't playing well, then
no one notices that you're doing as well.
Exactly right.
They just yell. Yes, he has a candy arm. Yeah, we all agree with that.
Not just a candy arm. What? He's got some positioning issues out in the outfield too. He's late on the ball a lot. He's not ready to throw.
Well, just like when we always when Ryan Howard was bashing 52 home runs a year, but he's striking out 200 times and he was a stone wall at first base. We would say, yeah, but he's still hitting these home runs. It's good. He's still getting on base.
Yeah, I know, but he's left on base.
Yeah.
He's out there at second.
If he had a good team behind him and he was top 3 in runs, then we'd be saying, "Oh, Ben Revere, great player."
But by the time that happens, he won't be a great player anymore, or
we won't be. Team. You won't be here anymore. Yeah. So we're trying to run him out of town every day.
Well, they should just run him already. If they can get something for him, get it. What are they waiting for?
That's
a deal I would be making right now.
And that was a good trade. As much as you hate Ben Revere, who'd we give up? We gave up the future Hall of Famer that is Vance Worley. Remember him?
Yeah, I saw him pitch.
Exactly.
I watched him pitch.
He's in the bullpen of the Pirates, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that we won that trade, but everyone still hates the guy. He's a piece of garbage in everyone's mind. Anyway, we're here for the Wall Report. No more Phillies. We wasted too much time about the Phillies in their horrible trades.
It's a dry time of the year.
Oh yeah, I know. When it's not like it's like I said, it's not like we're picking things. Yeah, there's such a vast area of Philly to kick, while they're down. So. Anyway, we'll start with the Wall Report. Demaryius Thomas, wide receiver for the Broncos, star player. His mom is going to be watching him play football for the first time live in her life. You ask yourself why? Why she never go see him?
Why? Why, Mikey?
Because she was in jail for 16 years for selling cocaine. President Barack Obama pardoned her. The original thing was the mom was in jail, facing 20 years for cocaine distribution. Here's the best part: Grandma got life in prison.
Nice family.
No, she's not out. She was not one that Obama spared.
Let him go. Let her
Thank
go.
God this guy can play ball.
Yeah, I mean, I like a nice little mother-daughter tandem, supplying the streets with apparently a vast amount of cocaine. That's a long time for cocaine. Life sentence. I don't know if you heard this story. It's like a wacky one. Bills offensive line coach Aaron Cromer arrested for allegedly punching a boy in the face.
Nice.
Over some beach chairs.
Yeah, it's a beach chair.
Yeah, they're his beach chairs. Apparently, some kids were sitting on them and fishing. Cromer comes home. They didn't say whether he's inebriated at all, but
Just got a track.
Based off his the way he reacted, he immediately grabbed all the fishing poles and threw it in the water, and then he punched one of the boys in the face.
Yeah.
We threw him to the ground first. Then he punched him in the face. Then he said, "If you go to the police, I'm gonna kill your family."
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. There you go.
I'm just gonna
Mob
say,
them, man.
Isn't it easy to punch them when they're standing up?
Yeah,
Right at your back.
Get him to the ground. Just one quick punch to a boy. Not this is an adult. I search high and low for the age, but I guess because he is a boy, they're not releasing any information. I really want to. I want to. Are we talking 12? Are we talking? Like 17?
He punched somebody. He's an NFL coach. You can't punch nobody.
I know. His excuse that he's sticking to is it was dark out. I didn't know how old he was.
That's right. I agree with him. Nice job. Now teach those kids a lesson. Don't be sitting on them damn chairs.
Florida State running back, because Florida State just news was week after week. Running back Dalvin Cook, he turned himself in. He was wanted for arrest. Why, you ask? Of course, he punched a woman in the face outside of a bar in Tallahassee.
Let me ask you, did you see the video?
Not this one. There's no video of this one.
Oh, yes, there is.
Of this one?
There's one.
Oh, I didn't see this one
to
yet.
me, I swear, it looks like she spit on him. There's an overhead camera.
She
looking
probably
down the
did.
bar. Yeah.
Because that's
I'm
what
just
girls
saying.
do today.
I know. I'm just saying.
They will provoke you, and when you hit them, they're the victims. We know this.
Yeah. The spit, man. The spit's really getting to us.
But, I mean, that's two women punched in the span of 2 weeks in Florida State. What is going on in Florida State?
Spitting. It's the spitting.
Yeah, well,
man.
this isn't happening across the country. It's Florida State.
Everybody's spitting.
Week after week after week.
See it all the time.
They got spitters down there. What can I say?
Spitters. Eye jobs and spitters.
Ugh. Let's just stick with the great stories with relevant football. Cowboys defensive end Greg Hardy wins his appeal. 10-game suspension is now a 4-game suspension.
Yeah, get that.
So beating your girlfriend to a pulp is now the same exact suspension as probably knowing something about deflating footballs.
Right.
That's on the same level in Goodell's eye.
Yep.
Until Brady wins his.
Yeah, I mean, they say they're expecting a ruling next week.
If that's the case, I'm convinced Brady's doing no time.
Oh God, yeah. Brady saw this. He woke up and saw this and goes,
"Yeah."
He
My balls are
started
fine now.
Started warming his arm up. He's like, I gotta play now. All right,
shit.
Why
Garoppolo woke up like, oh no.
Now what's provoking? What provoked? Well, okay. Why did they lessen the sentence? Let's think this out. Why did they lessen that sentence?
Well, because he was never actually convicted of it. Because, he wasn't convicted of it because they went to trial the first time. He lost. He appealed it, and the second time the girlfriend said, "I don't want to press charges anymore."
Okay, so that's
so she got.
Right. So the girls.
She got Manziel'd.
Yeah, she got Manziel'd
and said, "I'll shut up." All right, and now he's only 4 games.
Disgrace. Goddamn
now,
disgrace.
guys, I don't know if you're busy. I don't know what your plans are, but we got to go on the Gronk cruise. The Gronk booze cruise. Have you heard about this?
I love that guy.
Gronk is hosting a booze cruise. He has his own. He's got this video is classic. It's its own promotional video for his booze. This is him. If you want to be on the I don't know the official name for it, but it's a 965-foot booze-filled yacht. It's a party ship going from I think Miami to the Bahamas. It includes a picture with the Gronk, one autographed Commander of Gronk item. It's all. It says Gronk. That's how it's promoted. Yeah, a Q&A session with the Gronk family. Use of the ship's pools, hot tubs, health and fitness center, 4-lane bowling alley, rock climbing wall, video arcade, a gourmet
Disney World. He's got the Gronk World.
It sounds Gronktastic.
It is Gronktastic. He's got musical entertainment provided by Waka Flocka and Sammy Adams.
You can't say Waka Flocka on the radio.
But I mean, the prices start at $500
That's nothing.
for a cruise.
That's
Phenomenal.
Does it include your food?
Yeah, it says it's a gourmet fare
Wow, I'm a chef.
and
I gotta know these things.
non-carbonated beverages.
You want to go?
I would love to go on the Grand Cruise.
What?
That's where they
It's
whack
always
you, though,
fun.
Cashy.
That's
Cashy,
fun.
it says nothing
That's the
about the
cheapest.
booze.
It starts at.
Nothing at the booze.
Oh, there's plenty of booze on board. Trust me.
Yeah, but you got to buy it.
Probably, but I'm not much of a drinker. I'm a cheap date.
Listen, it's
Give me
$1,000 for the whole thing. It's worth it. Hang out with the Gronk.
I mean, I would love to play this video right now, but no one else will see it. I will put it on Twitter later. But the Gronk promotional video, it's called Party on Gronk's something. It gets cut off by the
Gronk's
Can't
Gronk.
no, but it's just. I mean, it's amazing. The Gronk is a brand, man. He
Yeah,
is,
oh,
and he's the
He's
best
brilliant.
brand. And he's the best brand.
And the worst part is he's probably going to make so much money
course
off
he
of
is.
these cruises here that he still won't touch his NHL and NFL salary.
Gronk's hosting a party
Hey,
show.
he gets it, man. He definitely gets it.
What he had a tagline. I'm trying to find a tagline. He said that it's "Come get Gronked." It's what it's. That's a
Come get
tagline.
Gronked.
It's the maiden voyage is going from Miami to Gronk Island. That's where it's going. That's where it's headed. This guy's a man. He's literally the best person in the world. And this is on the video. The final line says, "If this doesn't sound Gronked enough for you, then you're not ready to party with the big dogs." That's amazing.
I wonder who goes to that.
That is amazing. I would love it. That sounds like a family affair.
I want to discuss life with the Gronk family.
I would love to. What was it like growing up Gronk? I don't forget, keep with the Kardashians. I was like growing up
That's the
Gronk.
next reality show right there.
The only
Growing up
problem
Gronk.
is he has an actual future, so you can't, or a
Yes.
career. You can't. The other ones are probably begging for this.
Right.
The other 7 brothers.
Is there 7 of them?
No, it's like
Oh.
3 or 4.
It's like Beast.
Damn,
And
that
they're
sounds
all-
like mine. I'm the
And,
running
and
litter.
they're all like 6'4", 250. All of them.
Yeah, sounds like my brother.
What a good family. What a good house I was grow up in.
Noisy.
Reds speedster Billy Hamilton. I don't know if you saw this video. He stole third base on a throwback to the pitcher. That was it. There wasn't a steal. Wasn't on a regular steal. Just catcher had the ball, threw it to the pitcher. He just took off. He's the fastest player that's ever played the sport. And
Is he?
stole third base. Yeah, and there wasn't even a throw. There wasn't even a throw. It wasn't like a trick play. It wasn't anything. It wasn't a pass ball. He just after the catcher caught it, he goes, "All right, I'm gonna run now," and got it. He got back because the catcher kind of
He
lollygagged
lobbed
it.
it back to the pitcher during why.
Yeah, this man's got 40 steals already. I mean, the only problem with him, he got 40 steals, the All-Star break. Yeah,
He get on base.
I'm saying here's a problem. He's hitting 229, and he has 40 stolen bases.
Wow.
Imagine if he could ever learn to hit baseball. He could break Ricky.
Yeah.
I mean,
Easily.
that's a record you never thought could happen.
Yeah.
And he got up young enough. I think like in his early 20s. That wasn't one of those guys like those journeyman speedsters who came up at 27. Like,
Yeah.
if he could just find a way to hit a baseball, man, this guy steals bases.
At one time, he probably did hit a baseball. He got up there, but now he can't hit major league pitching.
All right, here we go again. At one point, he was the greatest player in the world.
For some team, he was.
Yeah, of course. You don't get here by being average your whole way through.
That's what
I agree with you.
Yep.
That's a problem. Is these guys are so great their whole careers, they're not used to struggling, and they get here like, what the hell's going on?
That's what makes or breaks him, obviously.
Speaking of baseball oddities here, the White Sox completed baseball's first ever 9-2-6 double play against the Cubs. And if you're not familiar with the scoring lingo, that's right field to catcher to short double play. Basically diving play in the outfield. Nobody thought he caught it, but he actually did. And then everyone took off, but then everyone went back. Then half of them took off again. It's something only the Cubs and White Sox can pull off. But first ever 9-2-6 double play
Ever.
in baseball. Yeah, that's the thing in baseball. You think of right field to catcher.
So you get the guy tagging.
He catches it in the air.
Yeah.
Gets the guy tagging, and then it's a triple play then, right?
No, the reason
they had to
the
tag
reason it
him?
went to catcher is because he overthrew first base.
Oh.
So then it went to catcher.
All right. That's why I was a
Who
little
then
confused.
threw it all the way to second base where the shortstop was covering
Right.
because the guy
Wow.
ran after he didn't think he caught it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
All right, now it makes sense.
Yeah. If
Mistake
you see
play.
the video, just balls thrown all over the place. Ugly mess. Family First. It's that's the name of the movie. It's the Marshawn Lynch biopic. This is actually starring Marshawn Lynch.
Is anybody going to say anything in it? It's a silent film.
The movie's scrapped though after a 4-minute clip of the movie leaked on the internet, and he became a mockery. He got laughed at because he was being dead serious acting, and of course Marshawn Lynch acting is not going to be. And they said it was just so low budget. There is video of it, of course. I'll post that as well. But Yeah, I mean, that's a movie. Wouldn't you love to see Marshawn Lynch starring in a 2-hour flick of the story of his life, growing up in Oakland to being a Super Bowl champion?
Not even chance. Not even chance. I'm watching.
Yeah, but if it's starring Marshawn Lynch, do you know how unintentionally funny that's going to be?
That's like watching the.
Have you ever seen his
Paint
interviews?
dry?
Have you ever seen his interviews? He's actually the funniest guy because he's so
Yeah.
stupid.
He's gonna be better than Caitlyn Jenner tomorrow on Wednesday night.
Oh, I know you got the DVR already.
Yeah, I DVR. I got a party. I'm having a Caitlyn Jenner party at my house. Bringing all the dudes over to watch this shit.
That's disgusting.
You know.
We got some more videos here. Video of a Dutch mailman. The Tour de France was going through the Netherlands at this point. A Dutch mailman was not happy that it was cutting off his mail route. So wouldn't you know, he of course threatens to punch a lady in the face, rips the Tour de France wall down, starts screaming at people with his bike and his bag of posts and everything, and he went right through the Tour de France to continue his post route.
Neither rain, no sleet.
They tried to
that's
stop
American.
him. They tried to stop him, then they realized how pissed off this guy was.
Is it
And
only
they're-
American we say that, or is it over there too? Is it all mail? Is it mailman's code, or is it just American?
That's just
All right,
USPS.
All right.
But they let him go through. Eventually, they're like, all right, let's not fuck with this guy. He's crazy.
Yeah.
Neither
He's
rain,
ready, he's ready to walk through the Tour de France to finish his route.
what is it? Neither rain, no sleet, no dark night, or whatever, and
That sounds
and
like
bikes
Batman.
too, and bicycles.
World Cup qualifiers are already beginning for 2018 2018. Micronesia attempted to qualify. They entered the Pacific Cup. They went 0-3. They were outscored 114-0 in their 3 games. So they are eliminated. They will. You'll not see them in your
Okay.
your pools.
I'll bite. Where the hell is Micronesia?
That would be in the South Pacific. If you actually,
Smack in it.
if you're a huge fan of Survivor, you know they had a Survivor Micronesia.
That's right.
Yeah, they were outscored. I don't have the games in front of me. I believe it was like 46-0, 38-0, and 30-0.
So they didn't even score a goal.
No, that's 114-0.
Wow.
I truly believe if the 3 of us and 8 friends tried, we would do better than that. I really believe so.
So we,
I mean, it's a 90-minute game. So 46 to 48 goals. It's a goal every 2 minutes.
dude, we can like beat Micronesia.
Whoa,
How do you
we would
cover
smoke
that- How do you
Micronesia.
cover that ground that quick?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you get the tap after we score. So it's like, how did you? We already got it back and already scored again.
Wow.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, we could beat Micronesia. We could beat a national team, guys. Come on.
All right, so we got to go to the Grand Cruise. We got to beat Micronesia.
We'll take the Grand Cruise out to Micronesia, get dropped off.
Yep.
We'll join a team. We'll be the starting.
We'll get
Three
Gronk
forwards.
to play goalie.
He single-handedly would win. Russell Wilson and his girlfriend Ciara, she's a singer, Ciara.
Oh yeah.
They are performing in abstinence
I wanna watch bullshit,
because
man.
God told him to in a mirror.
Oh, boy. In a mirror?
In a mirror, God told him to do it. And yeah, I agree. This is why I hate Russell Wilson. I always hated Russell
You
Wilson.
know what? I don't like him either, man. You know, just keep that shit to yourself. We don't give a crap about that. Okay? I don't care if you love God. I don't care if you love it. We don't have to hear about it. I don't care if you don't like to get laid. That's not my problem. That's not gonna make
I'm
news.
sure he enjoys it, but God doesn't want him to do it.
Yeah, but God ain't doing it.
Has he ever done it?
Yeah. Has he ever done it?
Yes,
How do you know?
he was married.
He was married.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
God didn't want him to be married.
Well, no,
anymore?
it's until marriage.
It's what happens.
So
when
he
you win-
was married.
It's
He
what
had.
happy when you win the Super Bowl. God takes over. Okay.
I'm confused, but that's all right. I normally am.
That's fine. He's getting the same amount of sex as Cashy is.
Last week, could be. Last week, did we speak about who was in? It was Costas, Bob Costas.
He said something stupid, right?
He got on a pitcher who left. I remember who it was. It might have been Cincinnati. I think it was Cincinnati. I'm not 100% sure, but I want to bring this up because just talking about the God thing. And he was walking off the mound and he pointed up to God.
Yes.
And he was. And
I
and
actually
Costas-
was gonna mention this, but I didn't know if it was qualified on what you would want to speak about. Yeah. He said I don't have the thing in front of me, obviously, because you were just bringing it up now.
Paraphrase.
But he got rocked on the mound.
Yeah.
It was Pedro Strop from
That's
the Cubs.
exactly what it's right.
Got
That's
rocked.
It. Yeah, that's it.
And he gave up like 3 runs and 1 out. And he goes, and he did the, I come off to the point to this guy. Cost goes, I can only assume that he is praying to whatever deceased family member
Right.
is forgiving him for this outing right here.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Dead family members forgiving him for 1 bad outing.
Right.
Come on.
And the
That's a
thing,
little much.
and the thing was, he comes back, and Costas finds out. somehow that he was just thanking God for the opportunity to be pitching in the major leagues. And of course, Costas was like, he had to go down and talk to him and apologize for what he said. Big freaking deal.
And of course, and if you watch the clip, the way he said it too, it's just like
it was so.
I can only assume that he's praying to a deceased family member up there
Yeah,
that you're giving him for this horrible outing.
Yeah,
really kicking a guy.
And the creepy way he does it.
Yeah. So slow and deliberate.
Well, he was staring at his butt when he was walking off the mound.
But to me, I was finally thankful that a guy actually went and looked up in the sky and said, "Thank you, God, for a shitty outing.
Allowing me to play the sport."
Right, and I had a shitty outing because everybody's always thanking God for the wins. It's never for the loss. It's never for the bad play. It's always for the good play. God doesn't allow for bad plays. But this guy, he proved everybody wrong.
Are you saying Jesus Christ hit a curveball?
I'm not saying he may be able to. Who knows?
Now, here's one that only NBA fans are truly going to get. The Oklahoma City Thunder, the free agents, forward center Enes Kanter.
Enes.
He's a restricted free agent, which is the dumbest thing in sports. But he's a restricted free agent. He agreed to a max contract with the Blazers, 4 years, $70 million. The Thunder matched the contract. Now, here's the issue with that. That's the same contract that the Thunder would not match for James Harden.
Wow.
And said, no, we got to trade this guy. We can't pay. We don't pay big bucks to guys. So it's like, oh, come on. Like, you couldn't make the same decision 3 years earlier. That would have been a dynasty. Mm-hmm. And you could maybe start saying maybe Westbrook and Durant don't get hurt as much, knowing that they have another guy to take the load.
Yep.
That's just idiotic. That's just I can't even know how to compare that.
That's not a wall we put. That's a conversation.
That is a conversation.
Should change that from Enes to anus because that guy was an ass.
That's like you're dating this dream girl, this a beautiful girl, and she leaves you, and you go, it's fine, I'll get the next one. Then you take some average girl and go, and she leaves you, and go, oh no, please, like why didn't you do that with the last girl? Why didn't you beg for that one instead of this Enes Kanter max contract?
I imagine nobody's naming Enes Kanter on my team, man. That name's all wrong for sports.
And again, as I say, after every one of these kind of contracts go out there, I'm like, and I say to Sixers fans, do you really want us to be aggressive in free agency?
No.
Do you want to tie up $70 million to Enes Kanter? Because I really don't want to do it.
No,
I really don't want to do it.
And obviously, they're not doing it. They're building this team the way they. Like San Antonio. They're not going to do it. They're not going to pay for it.
And finally, this actually just happened a couple hours ago during the home run derby. Former Cincinnati Red Sean Casey made almost a diving spectacular catch of a Josh Donaldson home run in the first round home run derby tonight. Of all people, of course, I mean, that's random. I mean, you hit it to one guy, but it was the second deck, which I'm kind of thinking, you used to play here, you couldn't finagle your way into getting a better than some upper deck foul line home run. But it was actually a great catch, though. We'll say that.
Yeah. Good wall report, man. Very good. Very informative. Very interesting.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for.
Very diverse, especially the anus stuff. I mean, Enes stuff.
Yeah, be like that Enes stuff, man.
Off the Gronk cruise alone, I mean,
we're going. I'm checking into. We're going. Cashy King, I got my chef to left, Brendan B. Mikey the Wall, Sports Goombahs. We'll see you soon. Have a good one.
Gronktastic.
I want to know a question you're going to ask to Gronk.